see what sort of game we have to maybe catch up with one of the admins and see whether we can have a few words with him. Point back. So anyway, coming back into the. So anyway, coming back, we do have. What's happening? So anyway, coming back, we have both teams. Looks like it's going to be Tecmo versus PNX for CS:GO game. That's going to be happening extremely soon. So it shouldn't be too much of an issue. Obviously, you can see them all warming up, and then you have the Dota area as well. It looks like Tecmo is taking on another team, not exactly what the team is. So both teams are getting ready to just prep and getting all their proper settings set up so they can play at optimal performance. As you can see there, you do have that specific training ground, and like most gamers, you have these really nice and colorful keyboards as well that allow you to have just this personal feel to the game. It gives you a lot of confidence to play with your own setup. And I believe here we do have Call of Duty. So looks like whatever this game was, it's already over, or they're still setting up. So we'll wait and see what happens there. So far the day has been really exciting. I mean, we just had two amazing League of Legends games. Obviously India, they took on Bangladesh and they came out on top, and then Pakistan took on Maldives, where Pakistan came out on top in a very dominant performance. And now we actually have, I believe, Bangladesh going up against Pakistan. Check. So we're just waiting for all the teams to get ready. I think we do have another Dota game going up on stage in a short while. Not exactly sure what the two teams are, but we will have Abdul and Terra once again just being ready to cast another, hopefully not too long of a game, but something really short. Anyway, moving back, we do have the FIFA section, but looks like they aren't really doing anything at the moment. But anyway, coming back, I just want to talk about everything that has happened so far. We've had some amazing panels, I think. That is something that not everyone has paid attention to. The panels have been really amazing. We saw some amazing panels. I think there was one on Wakan Rakan Colombo rock metal battle, which was pretty intense. I mean, that's pretty cool. I mean, the history of how it originated from Germany, and now how basically out of 30 amazing rock bands, they managed to select 5, and in about a week we'll be having the top 5 bands, face off against each other in a real battle style, which is definitely going to bring out quite a lot of excitement during the event. So that's definitely something that you have to look out for. We saw the Surya Brothers actually come and speak about that, and then we had I think it was can't remember the name, so we actually had quite a few panels. It's fine. Anyway, there were a lot of really good panels. I think there was one on directing movies and creating them, and short stories, and even music videos. There was a lot of really, really good, talented potential coming out from the panelists as well. And we had some huge names, some really high-level award winners as well. So that was definitely something to check out for sure. And then I think Tera had a really good interview with Supun from Dialogue Gaming, talking about the evolution of SLCG over the years and how Dialogue has partnered with them to make this event as grand as it is, to bring the South Asia Cup here to Sri Lanka, where we have 5 of the nations is going head to head in a battle of skills, in a battle of wits, to see who's better than each other basically. So far India has proven themselves, and Pakistan has shown some really, really amazing talent. So not sure whether we'll be getting that game on screen anytime soon, but it is a pretty intense game. And as you can see, the referees on my left side are working really hard to kind of just set everything up. And once again, SF2 to my right, being one of those extremely, crucial games. It's been pretty hype. I mean, these shooter games have been on point. They've been intense. They've been electrifying. The people have been behind their team, supporting them, cheering them, and just pushing them along the lines, giving them as much support and momentum as they can. And that is the experience you come here for here at SLECC. So the Dialogue Gaming Play Expo for 2018 is so far going really great, and it's still day one. So you have 2 more days to go. There's so much more action. You have the top teams yet to even show themselves on the stage or on the games itself to showcase just how much great talent that they have to show around, the likes of Indomiters, Death Sentence, Laka Lions, Zeg Esports for CSGO, and then you have NA Spide also for Call of Duty, then Maximum Gaming. They obviously have some really strong games, strong teams when it comes to Special Forces too, because they've been playing it almost non-stop, and they've really grinded and got those weapons and items and gears that they definitely need to go. We still have the single-player titles as well. Tekken has been going on this few, I think, while we were casting the league games. So we're going to obviously have some exciting games, likes of Biang, Roshan Jirampati, Blazer, likes of those players taking on the caliber, and then the introduction of Dragon Ball Z Fighter. So that's definitely a new addition, which is new to most of us, most of Sri Lankans. And then Mobile Legends being introduced, which is another nice addition to the tournament itself. Just bringing in mobile esports itself, giving it quite round effect, because Clash Royale used to be the only one, and now you even have PUBG Mobile that comes into play. And the Fortnite proceedings have also begun. So far we've seen some amazing intense games coming out from Fortnite as well. So there have been some players who were deemed to be really good, but they've exited out of the tournament a little bit early just because of the way the brackets kind of got set up. But end of the day, it's the person who performs best on the day who comes out on top. So far it's been a really intense day. You can still hear the roars of the crowd, the screams coming out supporting their teams, which is really amazing. So we obviously $5,000 USD tournament, South Asia Cup. I mean, just amazing. In-game esports have done a really good job. They've done a really good job of organizing the tournament itself, bringing down all these teams, making sure that they have a place to practice, a place to stay, and basically, perform at their peak. And to most of these teams, it has been a very new experience. So basically, I think we remember when India played against Bangladesh. They told us that it was their first LAN experience where they've come into crowd like this and experience people screaming and shouting and the excitement of the game itself. And same thing with Maldives. Obviously, we spoke to them as well. So all of them, obviously, for losing, they were disappointed. But that doesn't mean they're going to take it lightly. They're going to learn. Each team has researched the other, and that means they know exactly what kind of play style those players go with. And because of that reason, they have certain strats that they are prepared. So if they're good enough, they can work it out, and that will be pretty great for them at the moment. So I think we still have some more amazing panels also to just come. But in general, just talking about my experience through SLCG, I mean, so far, I've been a part of almost 3 SLCGs, 2016, 2017, and now this year's one. So it's been quite an amazing ride for myself personally, the growth that I've had and how much confidence I've gained, just taking part in the event itself. So I definitely implore all of you to come on down to SLECC and make sure to check out the event itself, and maybe in the future take part as well. And when you take part, you have so much opportunities to learn and to see how the community works. So talking about community, we have the clans. There are so many clans, just to name a few. We have Noble Lance, we have Techmorph, we have PNX, who have been the reigning champions for quite a long time. So I'm not exactly sure of how many years, but they've been out on the top. So obviously everyone is out to dethrone them. So we'll see whether that happens this year or not. So votes are out on that as well. So make sure to support your clan. Go ahead and vote for your favorite clan to see how many points you can get and whether you can grab that best clan award. So just getting into a little more depth into that. There's so much that a clan brings to SSVG itself. I mean, it brings that spirit, the spirithood, the brotherhood, the loyalty of all the people. Just bonding together, forming teams, sticking through, thick and thin, just working through every single issue that you have. and just trying your best to get out on top. And I think that's how most of the greatest teams are made. Just being able to overcome adversity, grow as a team, work together, just, mix and share your own types of ideas, because no one has the same ideas. Whenever people come up with unique things, you get these cheese strats, which Sarah usually talks about, where small teams come up with these certain non-meta heroes that are extremely, but the term we use is cancerous. So, when you have heroes like that, it becomes extremely difficult for any sort of team to outcome, these kind of things, which makes it difficult. So you basically outplay them, outsmart them, and that gives them a lot of confidence moving forward. So I already spoke about most of the top teams and stuff. So we still have FIFA as well. FIFA is one hell of an amazing game. Soon we'll be having FIFA 19 also being introduced sometime in the near future. But right now it's FIFA 18. So there is a decent amount of coverage for that. And we have the likes of NA Shark as well as Sharpshooter, Dishi, all these amazing players showcasing their skills when it comes to FIFA and obviously League of Legends. We've seen an international standard League of Legends as well. So as far as I remember, the winner of SLCG for League of Legends do get a chance to take on some of the top teams here that are representing their countries, especially from India, Bangladesh and them. So Lanka Lions has been one of those amazing teams from Sri Lanka that has taken their gameplay to the next level, They've taken their gameplay to the next level. They've gone international. They took part for the Asian Games. The Asian Games have been an amazing experience for these players, for sure. They went, I believe it was 3 and 4 in the bracket, if I'm not mistaken, and they did go up against the likes of Pakistan, who went 8-0, which is an amazing track record. We had the likes of Amrut Alfred going and taking part at the actual Asian Games with StarCraft, making through the qualifiers as well. We had Joel going for I think Joel Daniel Zhang going for Clash Royale. So there were so many players that took part, even for the I believe it is I can't remember what football game it was, but was it PSC football, I believe it was called. But either way, there are so many players with so much talent that are showcased so much skills, not only locally but internationally as well. And just having this sort of environment that gives them the room to compete against their rivals, their brothers, their clan mates, giving them so much room to grow and become better as players. And as you can see, right now, you can see so much intensity from the players. So all the players, they prepare so much. There's so much time being put into practicing and getting better, so they can just come and perform at these tournaments. And not everyone is going to make it, but it makes you stronger for the next year. So anyway, so looks like we do have another SF2 game starting pretty soon as well. So anyway, coming back, so coming back to the topic that we're talking about, clans, it brings so much value to SSCG as a whole. And, I believe Tara mentioned that there is going to be a very interesting panel coming up, hopefully tomorrow, where he'll be focusing on more current issues that the community as a whole is facing. He'll be bringing up those issues and talking with a lot of these, the clan leaders, as you could say. I mean, we saw this discussion happen a few months ago, and it was very interesting because the Sri Lankans love the drama, they love the action, they love to know what's going on, they love to contribute their 50 cents to push issues and see whether we can fix it together. So that is going to be an extremely important segment. And I think there's so many things that we could cover in general, like how this event even came to be, how the South Asia Cup was organized, how the Dialogue managed to bring down these teams and sponsor them and make sure that they get here on time and just be able to have this experience of a LAN and just try to take their game to the next level. And I mean, there's so much things happening. But anyway, I think in a little bit we'll be having the games on screen. So we're going to take a little commercial break and we'll get back with the Dota 2 gameplay or the League of Legends gameplay. So see you in a bit.
In-game Esports South Asia Cup 2018. In-Game Esports South Asia Cup 2018.
You can just say Yasuda.
Yasuda? Oh, Yasura, right. Yasuo. Yasuga, right. Kazama? Unique. Anime guy. He likes anime. Oh, yeah. Who doesn't? True. I have to, everybody's doing everything. Only 3 people to do interviews and all. You can keep your bag. The captains. Me interview.
My name is Tariq.
Tariq, right? Yasura?
Yasuga.
Yasuga. Hello and welcome to, the South Asia Cup. And I have the 2 players from the most recent LoL game. It's Pakistan versus Bangladesh. And with me is Yasura. Hello, and how was the game?
Yeah, it was quite fun. Like, they gave us a tough time, but yeah, we had like everything sorted out, planned from the past, and it all worked out, and I'm pretty happy that we won.
So you had a strategy going into this game. Did you know the enemy?
Yeah. We basically scouted them out, but it made us happy that our strategies worked out against them.
Right. And what's in the game, right? What was the point you knew that you would actually win the game at that point? Like you knew the game was secured and in your hands.
Basically, our mid and top were quite ahead in CS, and our jungler was like having Drake controls, and that made us like take all the turrets from the map, and that basically made us like take the game in our hand because we had almost all the objectives in the map.
So that early game advantage and the early goal made you, gave you that push to win the game in the end.
Yeah. Yes.
So for the next few matches you have, how do you think the tournament is going to go for you? Do you have a sort of feel for the tournament? Do you have a feel for the PCs and all that?
Yeah, I think we have sorted out strategies against them as well because we have everything pre-planned and hopefully everything will work out and we have a plan to clean sweep this tournament.
Right, so thank you so much and congratulations as well. And with me is the Bangladeshi captain Tariq. Yeah, so tell me about your game. How do you feel after the loss?
Of course, I won't feel good, but yeah, we have done a lot of mistakes. I have new players in the scene, so they're getting used to it. They need to play more games so that they can get the confidence of the LAN. So they're just beginners right now for the LAN event because it's a huge event. So if you're talking about experience, it's a bit low for them. So I'm expecting for more future LAN tournaments so that they can keep coming and they can get the confidence and the experience at the same time. So yeah.
So at any point in the game, did you feel like you were losing your grip and it was lack of communication at some point? Did you feel like that? Or was it just based on strategy and picks, how the game went?
I think like we did a mistake in the bot lane at minute 3 where 2 of our members died. So that kind of demoralized our bot lane. But I had a good feeling that maybe we can make a comeback, and we did some good scores. We got some kills, but later on the Pakistan team actually focused a lot on the objectives, and their mid lane had some huge CS difference. So and they even had better vision control over us. So that actually helped them a lot to win the game.
So all in all, it was a tough game, and obviously, do you think how do you think communication impacts sort of LAN tournaments? Do you feel that it's very important, or do you think that having a base, knowing what to do and knowing each member knowing their role in the game is more important than communication?
Communication over here is it's a very big deal because you are playing with your 5 friends and at the same time it's League of Legends. It's all about the communication. So if you can do your communication properly and execute it properly, it will benefit you a lot. So yeah, I think communication matters a lot over here.
Right, and how do you, is it harder for you right now at this tournament? I mean, the communication aspect of it, or do you find you're okay with the communication? It's just a few small things that went here and there.
The guys aren't that perfect with the communication at the moment because I told they are new players, they are not used to it. So yeah, we are trying to improve on that because I do think we had a lot of miscommunication, like while some of the deaths were because of some miscommunication. So we need to work a lot on that, and hopefully we will come out stronger.
Yeah, I'm sure you're going to be stronger, and I hope to see you in many more tournaments and games. I actually really enjoyed your game. Thank you so much, and good luck in your next few games. So that's it from the LoL game, and there's going to be another LoL game very soon, so stay tuned for that.
Hi guys, and welcome back. So we did see Abdul talking to the 2 of the League of Legends team who has come down to participate for the South Asia Cup here in Sri Lanka, and it's amazing to see international teams coming here. The national teams of each country is coming here to participate in a tournament like this. It just goes to show how much esports as a whole in the region has developed. So right now we are going to be getting into a Dota 2 match. It is going to be Team Intoxicated from Techmov taking on Noob Alliance Meteor Makers, or as we all know them, MYM. So both these teams, MYM is a fairly newer team, but definitely not a pushover team. They have been very strong. They have been putting in a lot of practice hours, and I had the opportunity of actually playing a couple of scrims against them as well. And they're definitely a very decent team, and Team Intoxicated has been around for a really long time, and they are definitely not a pushover as well. So this is going to be a very interesting match, and I like the draw from both teams, to be honest, because it's Grimstroke is there. There's a lot of plays. There's a Grimstroke glitch. I mean, I'll leave it at that. When it happens, we'll go into it. Like, Grimstroke glitch is just broken, and on top of that, there's a Kotl on the other side. So joining me for the cast is going to be Abdul again. Hi, Abdul.
Hello, Terror.
This game is going to be fun, man. You have Ravagers, double Lich Ults, Grimstrokes.
Double Viper ults.
Okay. I mean, when you have Lich double ult, like, you don't talk about anything else.
Yeah, you know what I really want to see this game is a refresher Kotl ultimate.
That's so broken. I mean, I would have loved to see a Rubik in this side.
Yeah.
Even a mid Rubik. it will be so good, right? So you have Kotl ult and a Rubik who is going to be able to steal either Grimstroke ult, Lich ult, or Tidehunter Ravage. It would have been so epic to see that. And it would have been okay because Viper does not actually win the lane against Rubik anymore. Like Rubik can win
just
that
because
lane.
of that damage reduction.
Damage reduction, that's insane. And Rubik, I think, hands down wins almost any lane that he goes to right now. Just being able to out-CS your opponent, and especially against, I think only one who would fare okay is like someone like Zeus or SF. I think SF also gets destroyed in the first 3 levels.
Yeah.
And if a support comes and helps him out a bit, then he will be fine. But other than that, I think Rubik just destroys any lane.
I like how you talk about Rubik so much, but there's no Rubik in this game.
I'm sorry, man. I love that hero.
So let's just get back to the picks in the game. There's a Centaur Warrunner against the Viper and Drow Ranger. You can just run into them and run away from them. It's a really good escape and a really good initiation tool. I love the Centaur Warrunner pick. But the Pugna, I actually like Pugna. It's a good, strong hero. But if you don't get the start you need, that hero is very hard to play.
So the thing is, Viper actually doesn't fare that well against the Pugna. Because one thing is, Pugna has insane amount of base movement speed. And he's going to be able to do a lot of damage with his Nether Blast. And he's going, if he plays it right, he's going to be using his Decryptify to deny a lot of CS to the Viper. So what a lot of players do is, when the Viper is about to take the range creep, you Decryptify him, Nether Blast him, and deny the range creep at the same time. So denying a lot of gold. So you rinse and repeat this, and you play very aggressive, push him under the tower. So the first creeper, if you push him under the tower, Viper is going to have a hard time last hitting. Viper is not that good at last hitting under tower. He has the same problem that, you know, an SF might have, or an OD. Like all these range heroes basically have a lot of trouble last hitting under tower. So a hero like Pugna, when you see him mid, the first thing that you should do is just push the first creeper under the tower, get a few, you know, make him use his regen, get a little bit of damage off on the tower, and just, you know, get that early bottle and you know, double null or something like that, and you just
yeah,
destroy
this Viper is actually gonna have a rough time for the first few levels for sure, as you said. But this game can go pretty well for the Radiant side as well. They have a Tidehunter, which is really good against the enemy lineup. The only BKB hero you really see is the PA. And if you can use this Ravage really well in the early game against the PA before she gets fat, this PA is going to be pretty much useless this game. I mean, PA kind of needs a little bit to be good against Drow. But if she doesn't get a little bit of a good start, Drow is going to destroy her.
So in this top lane, the Tidehunter is basically unkillable with Kraken Shell and damage reduction from Lich. It's basically unkillable. And
yeah,
I want to go back to the point that you made, right? So you said the enemy team has only one hero that actually carries BKB. That's actually quite insane, because all these ultimates on the Radiant side will just destroy them if they pull it off. You have Lich ult, you have Tidehunter Ravage, you have Grimstroke ult on top of it if they pull it off. I mean, if the Dire team does not get a good start, they are just going to get demolished during these street fights.
Yeah, I think a lot is on this Pugna's shoulders, and as well as the Centaur. This Centaur can make space with a Blink Dagger or really good Stampedes. They can really get this game going for the Dire side. But until then, we just have to watch and see how Pugna lanes this.
So right now, Pugna is ahead in last sets very easily. But I think he is playing this lane a little bit too scared. He should be way more aggressive. Like I said, you need to push out that first creep wave and force the Viper to last it on the tower. Oh, Pugna and the Viper both trying to fight up against each other. The Toxin is going to be on top of the Pugna, and he's going to be able to walk. I mean, it doesn't do much, it's just trading stuff. But I think action lane is going to be top lane. With bottom lane, I don't really see that good kill potential unless, like, I mean, the enemy team has to play really bad for the Centaur get a stop in. And
yeah,
top lane,
they can easily set up a kill if they get too close with the Centaur stop into Kotl's blast. Because the Kotl can pre-blast and you can just go stomp and just make sure the blast hits. And it's with a double edge, it instantly kills anyone. So they should be a little bit careful about positioning against this Centaur Kotl.
Yeah. The enemy team, only way they die is they need, if they have bad positioning, they'll just die. But other than that, I think both lanes are just going to be a trade of regen. I think the first kill should come from the mid lane. I think mid lane is where we might see the first blood. I don't think we will see first blood for quite some time here, because both lanes seem to be unkillable. Even bottom lane, like, I mean, it's a weak lane against the Centaur Kotl, but they are not supposed to die in the lane at least.
Yeah, but look at this Drow's HP. She's suffering so hard in this lane. She really needs to have a little bit of a better start right now, because I mean, the centaur, if he gets fat and he's like playing against a Drow Ranger, if you keep jumping this Drow Ranger with centaur, this Drow Ranger is never going to get farmed this game, especially with the Pugna that's just going to keep pushing your towers, not giving you space on the map, making sure you don't have vision anywhere so you have no space to farm. You know, all these problems are going to accumulate and Drow's going to be really, really sad. And PA is going to get a good game out of that, so they really need to be careful because the Tide cannot apply the same pressure the Centaur can unless he uses Ravage very effectively. Yeah. So that's an important point for the Radiant team. These Ravages need to be on point.
Yeah, and a nice little play there by the Kotl. So as soon as the Drow Ranger hit him once there, he realized that there's a ward, immediately pressed on the center. He got a free reward out of it. What I don't like is, yeah, you got a ward out of it, but this ward, I think, is a waste. If that sentry was placed, it would have done the same job. You use the ward to get more vision rather than having it here. This doesn't, I mean, you're blocking the camp, so there is no way that anyone is going to be pulling here, so it doesn't really give you anything else. I mean, basically it gives you nothing other than just blocking the camp, so I think it's a waste of a ward there. But on the plus side, he did get a D-ward out of that sentry, so I mean, worked out. But I think in a normal game, you shouldn't have done that. Like, warding there is just redundant right now. Nobody does that anymore. Sentry instead of a ward.
Yeah, I mean, placing the ward behind the tower is kind of a little bit of a better
option for sure.
The ward. But right now, it's a bit early into the game. You really don't want that ward there anyway, so you don't want a ward in that lane for now. Kotl might need it to blast. That's why it might be good if he placed it behind the tower, but he's getting the blast off regardless.
Regardless, yeah.
It's kind of just not the best ward.
So a little bit of pauses here and there, and Pugna is ahead, but not as much as I thought he would be, because I think he played the lane wrong. I think it's a mistake that a lot of newer players does, right? So when you actually finish your draft,
I want to see the drop down. Drop down.
So yeah, like one of the biggest mistakes that a lot of newer players do, and even players at the ancient tier or even at a divine level tier, I think what the biggest mistake that they do is they do not think about their lane before they go into it. So I think I have seen this multiple times. We saw it during a tournament, the Red Bull 1 vs 1, which was held, where it was a different sort of 1 vs 1. And the people who actually thought about how the matchup is going to be actually won it.
Yeah.
And I think Noob Kavi from Victoria's Secret did a really good job of understanding the situation every time he went into the lane. And most of the players did not do that, and they suffered because of it. And sometimes they fared well against him because I think they were mechanically better skilled. But at the end of the day, it's the better understanding of the game. You understand the game better, you win this thing. So I think Pugna, he went into the lane not thinking about how I can win the matchup or how I can destroy the Viper in the lane. He just went into the lane, you know, I'm going to get farm in this lane, or, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
He just went into a, you know, how do you say it? Auto drive. They call it auto drive where you know, it's a very common thing in Dota where players go into this auto drive mode. You don't really think about the game. Just reactionary, the items that you buy, the way that you play the lane, way that you play the game. It's basically on auto drive the entire time, and that's a very bad thing in Dota because it doesn't let you improve in your game. It actually does not even keep it at the same level. It actually deteriorates your gameplay when you keep on playing like that continuously, because you're not learning anything new and your gameplay is getting significantly worse by that every game that you play on autopilot.
That's usually because you don't really understand why your items make you strong. Like if you pick a Morphling and people get, you know, 4 Wraith bands. If you just keep buying 4 Wraith bands but not using it the way it's supposed to be used, then there's no use getting the 4 Wraith bands. You should understand what your items do and why you build them. As soon as you get that in your head, then you'll start thinking about the lane, and you'll start thinking about how to approach the lane and what items you need to win the lane, because then you understand what's good and bad. But most of these players, they just get the item because they've seen better players do it. That's the first step. But the next step is to realize when and where to use those item builds.
Definitely, and and another thing that a lot of new players have as an advantage in the current day and age is like this is a really great time to be alive for any esports athlete who is getting into the scene. Especially like when we started out back in the day, there wasn't a lot of tutorials on how to play the game. We had to learn from someone who already knew how to play the game, and even otherwise we used to get scolded a lot at cafes. You know, there was a lot of raging because we were new to the game and people used to get frustrated with it, which is understandable. Like, you know, you get into a game and when you have a new guy coming in and trying to ruin your game, it's always understandable. But I think it helped us improve to the level that we are right now. Like I never took it as a minus, like people shouting at me saying that, you know, I'm a noob, or I don't know how to play the game.
Yeah.
It basically made me more determined to be better at the game, and I think someone who put that to really good usage, someone that everyone knows in the Dota community, was Tenza Zengetsu. So his backstory is very long ago when he was kicked out of multiple lobbies when he initially joined, and he played bot games for 1 straight month.
Oh, you've just achieved first blood.
He did have the game resume. Kotl actually gets a solo kill onto the draw.
Yeah.
He was so low there.
Literally just charged the blast. That's it.
I don't think even he charged it for like a second or two because the draw was so low there, and that is first blood. So bottom lane, not having regen, just suffering, and I don't think this regen is enough.
Yeah, she needs tangos in this lane.
Yeah, he just needs tangos. I don't think Salve is the way to go in that lane. And meanwhile, mid lane, Pugna doing the right thing, glyphing this wave, trying to get damage onto the tower, but he's not using this effectively. Oh, now he does. So what he did there was, it's actually really good because he's getting damage on the tower, doing damage on the Viper, and forcing him to last in our tower. So it's a really good play that he made by glyphing the wave. Small mechanics, but putting it to good use.
Yeah, and he's pretty sure they're pretty sure they're not going to use it for now, right? They're gonna not use glyph for another 5-10 minutes. So it's okay to use the glyph, especially for small plays like that to get ahead in the lane. Meanwhile, we see 3 heroes bottom right now, and they're just struggling even with 3 heroes. Yeah,
they are trying to secure the farm for the draw, but I don't think it's going to help too much. Center Warren trying to go on the Grimstroke. Grimstroke has silence. The stop is going to be there, but there is no follow-up Kotl Blast because he is out of mana. Center needs to be careful. 1 more right click away. Actually, 2 more right clicks away, but he is going to be able to salve up and get away. So they are pressuring them out, and I think it would have been a totally different fight if the Kotl did have mana though. I think they would have been able to turn it around.
Yeah.
But I think they realized, the enemy team realized the situation and was able to pressure them out of the lane. And I think Kotl needs to go get some mana and come into this lane because he doesn't really do anything in the lane without mana. I mean, that hero depends on mana. Chakra magic.
Yeah, Chakra magic not enough right now to keep blasting the lane. It's pretty good later, but right now it's just not enough. You need a few clarities to be useful in the lane for now. But you know, I see Pugna doing a pretty decent job against Viper. I think he should be doing a little bit better, like you said.
I think he should be doing better, but
yeah.
At least he is not losing his lane.
But also, this Viper is not playing the lane correctly because he's not abusing the fact that this Pugna is not playing correctly. Viper, he has 3 levels in his first skill and he can easily harass the Pugna if he just... Because the Pugna is not standing in the correct positioning. His positioning's always been bad throughout this lane, and the Viper is just not opting. Oh, we might see a kill here.
Meanwhile, bottom lane kill. Oh, the double edge, only that movement speed. I don't think the draw had a boot. He shouldn't have been so far ahead, realizing that he does not have boot. Centaur is just going to be able to walk up to you and get double edges and storms off, which is, I mean, that was a huge misplay. Like, we are talking about positioning on their side. Huge misplay to make.
Wait,
and
do you think the Drow should max her 3rd skill? I really don't think she should anymore.
He shouldn't. Like, she should go for the silence and the first skill, because this does not give damage anymore.
Just the attack speed.
Attack speed. It doesn't make sense.
I really don't want the attack speed in this lane against the Centaur. You don't want to hit him multiple times and take return damage. Oh, goodness gracious.
This Kotl is doing such a good job in this lane. Oh, Mina, he managed to actually get caught here. The Lich and the Grimstroke are both there, and he is going to go down here. Just getting caught off guard there, not realizing that the Lich had rotated in, and the Centaur should be able to walk away. I don't think they do.
Yeah, they don't do enough.
Yeah, they don't do enough. Dazzle has actually chipped in to try and help with a DD rune as well.
But the caster curse, obviously, immediately say Kotl's doing a good job,
and he dies.
Immediately.
Not even like 2 seconds delay.
No.
I said that he got a really good blast, he plays well, and he dies.
He dies. And that's such a good kill for them. I mean, Kotl not being in the lane gives them so much space, but the problem in that lane is that they're all sharing experience, and it's
meanwhile, again, bottom lane. I don't understand how this Drow keeps dying in this lane, because yeah, he's getting Kotl Blaster, but his positioning is mediocre, and that is exactly why he's just getting punished so hard.
They have a ward there.
Yeah.
They can see the Kotl Blast. This really shouldn't happen.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely shouldn't happen. I mean, the supports have done the right job. And the Kotl just trying to be overly aggressive again. He will go down. Just getting a little bit overconfident.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, mid lane, Pugna needs to be careful. He's going up against the Viper, and the Pugna just trading off for the jungle.
It's not going to be enough. This Viper really needs to be playing aggressive. This Pugna's not doing the most optimal job in the mid lane. Viper has orbs. The creeps are not going to hit him when he uses his first skill. He should be harassing this Pugna a lot more since the Pugna did not play aggressive in the early stages. He has 2 Wraith Bands. He does a lot of attack speed, a lot of damage. He should be getting the damage in onto Pugna because Pugna does not have that much armor or HP. And yeah, it really needs to happen.
Do you agree with the Viper maxing out his first skill instead of the third?
No.
Like, third skill would have been so good for him. Like, he could have gone maybe 2 levels on the first and just like max out your third skill.
No,
so
even if he gets 3 levels in corrosive skin, he can man fight the Pugna because Pugna does not have ulti.
Yeah.
You just man fight Pugna after blast and second skill. If he uses the second skill on himself or on you, then he can get out, obviously. But you can do so much harass damage and, force him out of the lane with the Viper. But as soon as Pugna hits 6, then corrosive damage is, corrosive skin is not the best skill. But for early levels, of course, it's really good.
And something that I don't like about the Tryhard build is like, as soon as, actually mid lane, he manages to kill the Pugna.
Yeah, that should happen since the Pugna did not play the lane correctly. I mean, bot lane.
Bot lane, the Lich was taken out by the combination of Center Dazzle, which is another very strong lane. With the, the Poison Touch, just being able to, walk forward and get the Stomp off would have been an easy kill onto the Lich there. So, I was talking about, they might actually get the Stomp off here. They do manage to get the Stomp off. The Dazzle with the hit, the Poison Touch is there as well. One more right click away, and he does go down. And this off lane is just destroying the enemy team. And this is the only lane, I think, there are actually been 2 lanes. Because the top lane, the tight end of the skill build that he has gone for, I don't agree with it because as soon as he realized that it's just the PA and a Dazzle, he doesn't really need 3 levels of Kraken Shell because he got it after the Dazzle actually left the lane as well. He should just gone for Gush, man. Like,
you do so much damage. 1-1-3 for sure. 1-1-3.
1-1-3 should have definitely been the skill build for him. I definitely don't agree with getting 3 levels of Kraken Shell.
You can force the PA out of the lane with Gush and Anchor Smash. It's so much damage since the Anchor Smash applies an auto attack as well. You don't miss on that auto attack because it's a skill. So PA is gonna take the guaranteed damage.
Stampede is going to be used, but there is no Stomp here. Kotl with that ultimate dragging everyone in, but the silence from the Grimstroke saving him for the time being. So ult wasted, not being able to get it. I don't think there was good communication there. I think the wand charges were there, but he did not use it going in. If he did get that off, I think the draw would have been 100% dead. But nevertheless, so Kotl ult wasted, Stampede wasted. So this is a duration of time that the safe lane of the Radiant team should be feeling relatively safe, but they don't have that much of a kill potential.
Yeah, and Drow should make sure she does not stay near
Kotl is going to run into the Lich. He needs to be careful. He's going to be running into the Grimstroke as well. The silence is going to be there. He's going to immediately TP out, and a very good heads up play. Meena Pugna is going to get run down by the Viper. Viper now playing to his potential, realizing that the Pugna is not playing the lane properly, or he did not play the lane properly, and realizing that he actually has a really good chance of killing.
Yeah, Viper should have done this a little bit earlier, but nevertheless he's doing it now, so good.
Yeah. And Pugna is just getting punished for the fact that he did not play that lane properly in the first few levels.
And also this Kotl keeps getting caught out. Like he did a really good job early game, but that doesn't justify your deaths later. Like, okay, you had a really good early game, but you cannot keep dying and feeding this experience to the supports. The supports are lacking experience. So every time you go into their jungle and you die, you give them so much experience and they come back with it. And then suddenly they have their level 6s and they gank your carry, and it's just very sad at that point. And it's actually just your fault since you went and fed in the jungle maybe once or twice.
And on top of that, we do see the Tome being taken by the PA, which is a bit weird because he has been solo laning. He's reasonably high on levels. It should have been given to either the Dazzle or maybe even the Center for that matter, because more levels, because he's the one who's going to be making creating space. He's the one who needs to be leveled up and destroying. I don't really think...
Even Pugna is fine.
Yeah, even Pugna.
Yeah. The supports have sick... Oh, when we see Stampede coming out from the center here.
They are trying to go double stomp in, and the Pugna is going to be there as well, but is he going to get there in time? And that with the life drain, he's going to be able to get the kill off onto the Grimstroke, but I think they could have got both. Again, I think miscommunication from the 3 players, but that was a really good stomp from the center, and they were just not able to follow it up.
Yeah, I mean, Stampede was used, it was a really good initiation.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
misplays happening there. They could have done a lot more. They could have got the tower as well, but they just decided to chase a little bit, and they don't get the tower in the end. But meanwhile, Coral pushing the mid lane. He's getting a lot of experience and farm now. Coral is kind of scary when he gets farmed. You don't want to see a farmed Coral on the other side. He does a lot.
So he's immediately not going for the refresh orb, which I have seen a lot of Corals just going first item refresh orb.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, it is okay, but I like the item that he's getting just because it allows him to position himself better way. Utility items are really good. But yeah, I think that is the proper build. I think a lot of pop players do the mistake of trying to rush. Again, yeah, it is strong, but your team is going to suffer for the duration. They are trying to go on to Titan. Titan does not have mana. He is going to be able to TP out with that anchor smash. So heads up play from here. He actually used the anchor smash and then TP'd, knowing that PA is going to be lacking damage afterwards to kill him during the TP out.
Yeah, and Tidehunter is not having the best lane. He really does not want to get chased out of that lane. He wants to be able to dominate that lane since the bottom lane is going so badly for the Drow Ranger. He wants to be the one who's able to pick up the pace of this game with some Ravages and get a few kills on the Drow or maybe even on the Viper. Viper is having a good time already, so maybe they should make a move with him, you know? He's very strong right now. Not a lot of people can contest him on the map, and PA is farming freely, so maybe you should gank the PA at this point. It's very, very crucial that Viper makes these moves in this game since the Drow Ranger is having such a rough time. He needs to make the space for this Drow Ranger.
So meanwhile, I really want to see the Grimstroke ult and the Lich ult being put into good use here. We still haven't seen the combination because Grimstroke does not have level 6 yet. He should be getting it. Meanwhile, they are trying to pressure the bottom tier 1 tower. They are going to get chased down. Pugna getting silenced up. He's going to be able to run into the trees. He's going to be able to get Storm Misses onto the Lich. And they are going to be able to disengage. So now this tower is just going to die down. They can deny that this is in deny range, and they are going to be able to get the deny off. And meanwhile, Kotl is going to be taking the mid tier 1 tower. So really good players coming out from the Dire team, just splitting the team up, forcing 2 different lanes, forcing them to play across the map rather than running on one side. And Storm misses again onto the Grimstroke. Grimstroke runs in with his second skill onto everyone, does not get the stun on the lifeline. He's going to kill him. He's going to go down Lich with the ultimate only onto the Pugna. It does bounce through onto the Dazzle. He's going to use the Shrine. Kotl is going to be there with the Kotl Blast. It's going to be an easy kill, and they are going to be able to get kill for that.
Yeah, good fight coming from the Dire team, knowing when to push their advantage. Viper's not there. The Radiant's see the Viper pushing mid lane, so they take the fight and they get a lot out of it. Viper really needs to start rotating to these fights and doing something since he did win the lane against Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Tide might be in a little bit of trouble here. The Grimstroke is there to help him, but the PA, he should be hitting that. No, he's going to be able to get it. He's actually going to be able to get the Grimstroke as well if he really wants to. Going to blink in. He does have the silence on him. He should be killing the silence. Now he can use that, but he's going to back away. He can jump in. He can jump in. 100%. He jumps in.
Thanks for
does get the kill on the Grimstroke. So a really good pick off for him. Getting double kills solo gives him a lot of EXP, a lot of gold. And I think that, that's quite a bit of gold that he got,
Yeah, I mean, the Dire team is doing what they should be doing. They're making sure this PA is having a decent time on the top lane, making space with the Centaur, Pugna rotating to other lanes, trying to get the tower, doing exactly what we talked about earlier in this game. And the Viper just not picking up the pace. He needed to do a lot more to secure this Drow Ranger's farm, but unfortunately this Drow Ranger is going to have kind of a rough time in this game. Maybe they can do something with the Ravage. It's their only hope to come back from this really good early game coming from the Dire team.
What do you think about getting Axon Kotl rather than the refresh of this game to start off?
Axon's not that good now.
It heals still, right?
It does not. You cannot charge 2 Kotl blasts. You cannot charge it and move away anymore.
Okay.
So it's not the best anymore. Yeah, because before you could keep the ghost of Kotl to charge the Illuminate and leave, but now you have to kind of stay there, and it's only the heal basically.
What I felt is like they do have the PA for late game, but I think the the Radiant Tide might actually get caught out here. The Kotl ult as well, they are trying to take them out, and the Lich ult flies out with it, so Ravage is going to be there on everyone, but in the meantime, Grimstroke and the Lich ult both go down. Center falls down to the Viper here, Viper coming in, but I don't think they can take this fight. They can actually turn around if they really want to. PA jumps in, but the Decryptify is going to mess up with that initial blink in. He's going to be able to blink out. The Grave is going to be there. He's going to blink into the Viper, not doing a lot of damage because of the anchor smash. He's going to go down in the end, and the Grimstroke is going to be keeping him in. He gets the silence off onto the Cottle. Trying to chase him up. He managed to get the silence off. Then Pugna is trying to chase up after the Tidehunter. Tidehunter, he's going to be able to get away. Lich, he's going to come in. He's going to run and go on to Pugna. Pugna falling down rail low with the tanker smash. He's going to be forced up by the Cottle. Is it going to be enough? The Cottle is going to get out and the Pugna is going to go down.
He has 1 second for his ultimate there.
Unfortunately, I think they do a little bit too much and miscommunication of
initiation bot.
Jagger doing a lot of work for the center here, jumping in onto the Drow. He does not have the Stampede, but he does have the dagger cooling off. The Drow should be hitting him once and running. This is anyway going to be able to blink in and kill him. This is a dead Drow Ranger. Blink, Stomp, Double Edge, and he is a goner. That's a good pick up for him after having a bad fight top lane.
Yeah, I mean, that needed to happen. Center gets blink, make sure he gets a kill with the blink, kind of gains his momentum with that and kind of goes into the next item. And I mean, the fight they took top lane was not the best fight. They fought near the T1 tower, they had a bad fight, they dived a lot, they have squishy heroes. The only hero that can actually fight is the Centaur right now, so they should be trying to focus on pickoffs rather than team fights right now. They know they can pressure multiple lanes with the Cottle and the Pugna as well, so they should be doing that rather than taking team fights, which they don't really have to.
And Cottle is going to be able to defend these lanes quite easily unless someone smokes into him. He's going to be pushing out these waves, so the Radiant team isn't able to like push out towers, put pressure because of Cottle just being so annoying, pushing out the creepers, and then you have Pugna on top of it. And they are going to be sieging this tier 1 tower top. I don't think the PA should be here. PA should be farming the jungle camps. And not being here, I think the Pugna and the Cottle is more than enough to, you know, zone them out and get this tier 1 tower top. They don't really need to have the PA just standing there doing nothing. They might go on the Tide. Tide does have the Ravage coming off cooldown in the next 5 seconds, but
yeah, PA really needs to farm right now. She needs to be able to kill off this Drow at the mid game. Drow's obviously not going to be farmed since he had such a bad lane on the bot lane. So this mid game, she needs to be able to get in, kill the Drow, get out, reset, go in again. So she needs to be able to survive that initial burst of damage she's going to take when she blinks in onto the Drow. And if she does withstand that, then I think the game is pretty easy for the Dire team here. The Radiant team, on the other hand, have to recognize that the Drow and the Dire team are looking for pickoffs. They're not really pushing with 5 heroes most of the time, so they can take the team fights. They have Ravage, they have Grimstroke, they have Lich. They can take team fights, so they have to force the enemy team into fighting into us, just like they did in the top lane. So if they keep doing that, then the Dire team is gonna lose their momentum and start losing the game. But so far the Radiant team isn't forcing the Dire team to take team fights, so it's really hurting them.
so meanwhile we do see a smoke on the side of the Dire team. MYM trying to look for a pick off here. They might see the Drow here. The Stomp is going to be there as well as the Big Amplify into the life drain. Easy peasy kill. A good pick off for them. And they might actually find a Grimstroke here as well. They are going to be able to kill him quite easily. So much of damage from the PA. This is exactly what they want to be doing. Now they can force this. I think there's a little bit of damage on the tier 2 tower. I don't think they fight right into that.
No, it's totally fine.
PA, no fear at all. And the Cottle with the saving grace. The Dazzle Grave as well. They're keeping the Viper in place. They do jump in. Ravage can be there and the PA does go down. So does the Cottle. I don't think the dive was the right choice, but they do get quite a bit for it, even though they do lose 2 heroes. The Pugna is still alive. And the Stomp is going to be track and shield of debuff basically. The TP is going to get cancelled from the Drow. He does not want to be TPing into a center War Runner.
I think that fight was fine. The only problem was they didn't initiate with the right hero. They initiate with the Centaur and the PA going up there. PA, of course you can grave her, but you don't want her to drop low. You want to use that at the last resort as Dazzle. So the PA should be very careful, especially when she doesn't have BKB. Yes, you have Desolator. Yes, you do a lot of damage, but you don't want to die at the same time. You know they have a Ravage. You know they're coming up. They're not dead. You know they can TP to the tower Ravage and do a lot, which they did do. And again, Radiant team forced them into a team fight and they lost. So what Dire needs to do is they need to take pick off, and then they need to take fights on their terms, where they start the fights rather than the other way around with Centaur.
So a couple of bounty runes being picked up, actually 3 being picked up on the side of MYM. So a fair bit of gold, a 9k net worth, actually a 10k net worth lead at the 22 minute mark. Quite decent, but it's not at the point where they, they are completely crushing the opponents. I mean, it's a 10k net worth lead at 21 minutes. Yeah, it's a lead, but I don't think it's significant enough that they, just outright win. If they make a mistake, which a lot of Sri Lankan teams do, because they're still learning how the game works. We see even the really good teams make that mistake. Meanwhile, jumping onto the Draw Ranger, final real low. PA with one hit brings down this Draw, and now the double Lich are bouncing. What a combination from the Grimstroke and the Lich there. Bringing down the PA, will get the kill onto the center Warren as well, but they are getting chased down. The Titan does not have Ravage. They want to turn this around. Kotl with the Kotl blindly light, keeping them at bay. They are not going to be able to chase it. There is no Grimstroke first kill. Oh, they actually do not chase this. We saw it for the first time, and it was good for the Radiant team because they got 2 cores. Instead, where the Dire team got only 1 core and a support, but this Drow is suffering quite a bit.
Yeah,
Keeps on getting jumped on.
The Radiant team there played really well. They recognized that they could take the fight. PA jumped, used all of her abilities, Centaur used all of his abilities, and then getting off that Grimstroke Lich combination literally won them that fight, even though they were fighting 5v3 at that point.
Basically, you have when you get the Grimstroke Lich Child, basically you are fighting, you have +1 hero there because he just used another ultimate.
Yeah.
It's so insane the damage that it does. It's 2 Lich Child.
Again, PA playing way too aggressive. You get those 2 kills and immediately get out. You don't need to commit into a team fight when you know that they have, so many things on you. You get BKB. As soon as this PA gets to BKB, she can do a lot, but she has died twice since she got Desolator, and her farm has stagnated quite a bit. She's not supposed to die as soon as she gets Desolator. She's supposed to get kills, get that momentum, keep killing the Drow with the Centaur, but staying safe at the same time.
Definitely, and like I said, the combination that the Radiant team has, they cannot just run into it without BKBs. And I want to talk about the choke points, right? So that fight was really bad because they're in a really bad position here. The choke point here, they don't have a lot of ways that they can disperse to, and 2 Lich is bouncing. There is no way that you negate both. So you're definitely losing a hero when you're running into that Lich Grimstroke combination. And choke points are the worst for the Dire team right now, especially because of the way that the enemy team lineup is built. I mean, they have a lot of AoE skills. They have the Lich combination with the Grimstroke, Ravage. So choke points are the worst. They need to be split pushing. They need to find farm on the PA, get that BKB, and then try to take a fight. And even then, I think positioning is going to be key because even with a BKB PA, yeah, he'll jump in, he'll kill 1 or 2, but he cannot kill the Tidehunter or the Viper in the engage on the Universe Center. Warner gets caught out here, and he's just going to melt here. It's going to take some time, but definitely going to be a very worthy kill. 330 gold going in favor of the Draw Ranger, who desperately needs it. He's so far behind. And he's actually behind the Centaur, the Pugna, Tidehunter. I mean, he's just on par with the Kotl, which for position 1, it's very, very bad.
Yeah, Draw Ranger is a comeback hero though. She is pretty good in the late game, past the mid game and past the late game, because PA is pretty good in the late game as well. So Draw's time to shine is much later into the game, but that
they're talking post 50 minutes.
Yeah, but that could escalate if they keep giving off kills like this. They need to start getting pick-offs, they need to smoke, they need to get pick-offs, and then only they can take team fights. And even then, when they take team fights, they make sure to kill off the supports. You can see in this lineup, the people that do the most damage is basically Lich Grimstroke. He keeps using his silence, he keeps using his first skill. Tide has a Ravage, sure, Drow does not have any damage, so it's just Viper. So you kill off the 2 supports, kill off Viper, and then you have everything, you can do anything you want.
Do you think the Radiant team should be forcing the issue? Because I think their team fight is very strong when the Ravage is up.
They need to force team fights. That's what I said that at the start. If they take team fights against the Dire team when they don't have BKBs, they don't have team fight spells other than the Kotl ultimate. They have Centaur Warren or all, which they can disengage with, which is a good way to stop a team fight. But they have no way to take a team fight against if they have a 5-man push coming from the Radiant side.
So PA has finally picked up his BKB, but it's just PA BKB, no one else has BKB. Not sure what that was all about. Double smoke being used. I think Pugna was not caught in the smoke, so they had to smoke again, and now Centaur is out of the smoke, so probably looking to pick up a Roshan here. I mean, they can easily do this with the Dazzle Armor Miners as well as the PA just doing so much.
Desolator destroys Roshan.
As you can see how fast he is going down, just with PA being the only physical damage here and no one else doing physical damage. It's very fast. It's going to be a very fast Roshan for them, and they are going to be able to get back in time to defend this tier 1 tower. I think they have Glyph up as well.
They don't need to defend this. That's the whole point. If they defend this, they're falling into the trap where they're going to take a team fight from the Radiant team. So what they should be doing is start split pushing.
Senta is actually chipping back in to try and defend this though. And this might be a bad fight depending on the way that they take it.
Yeah. Since they do have ages, they can use the
Senta jumps in onto the Dragon. Dragon gets caught out. The Stampede is going to be used trying to control everyone. And a lovely Cottle Ult holding down 3 heroes. PA jumps in front of the backline, takes out the Grim. So that is the hero that he needs to go on. And now he needs to pick off more with this Tensing and being KPL. It's going to be such a waste. They need to follow up for both. Senta gets the stop off. Senta jumps in and a Ravage onto 2 heroes from the Tidehunter. But is it going to be enough? PA is going to get control of the Dazzle with the Grave, keeping him alive. And he is going to be able to take going to take down the Viper as well. And PA does have the Aegis, he's still holding on to it. It does go down in the end. Tidehunter is going to get chased down. He will go down as well, so it ended up being a really good fight. There was a moment it looked good, but in the end, it's just too much of sustain coming
If
out.
they can easily take fights if they have the Drow hitting on the backline. If the Drow gets initiated on backline, very hard for them to take a fight. They kind of knew, they fortified the structure. They knew that they were not
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And they had
Radiant
Aegis.
fortified the
That was the
structures.
whole point.
Pretty
of that
good move
fight.
if you ask
They
me.
had the Aegis. It looked so bad, but they couldn't focus the PA.
Radiant's
Because
top
the PA had
tower's
Aegis.
above
So
the top.
everyone was focusing different targets at that point. Some of them were focusing PA, some of them were focusing other
Radiant's
heroes.
top tower
And
just
that's
tapped
what
out.
made them kind of lose that fight.
Oh, what a stomp by the Centaur, blindly breaking in and immediately demolished by the PA. There's just 2 hits after the stomp from the Centaur Warner, and this is going to be a tier 3 tower for sure. It might be
This is gonna be
Rax as well.
Radiant's
Yeah.
top tower has fallen.
It's just absolutely laying into these barracks, and they are going on a melee attack as well. So they are going to go in on to the Lich, and the Lich goes down here as well. He does have buyback, but no ult. He's going to buyback, or he does have the ult now. He needs to get a Grimstroke ult. Otherwise, it's just going to be a waste. So if they can take this fight, it's going to be really good. Lich actually lets go of the ult before the Grimstroke gets that. Stampede going to be used very well, and they are going to be able to run out. They are chasing for Modo. There is no Ravage. They are going to be able to chase down the Cottle. I'm not sure why they are not turning around and fighting. Grimstroke tipping in. They are trying to go on to the Dazzle. Doesn't get silenced up. PA has run out, so Dazzle might be in a little trouble here. He does have the Glimmer Cape to save himself, and that he's going to be disengaged. They only lose the Cottle. Not sure whether they should have run out because the Lich ulti was already expended, and once the Lich ulti stopped bouncing, they could have actually turned around. Because the Titan Ravage was down, and they don't really have damage if they don't have Ravage and the double Lich ult during
but
fights.
the Centaur was pretty low HP though. I don't think they want to fight when the Centaur is low HP, but I can agree if the Centaur did not take that much damage, they could have easily taken that fight and then turned it around, because the Lich was way too fast with that ult. Like, he really needs to pair it up with the Grimstroke ult for it to be fully effective. Otherwise, it is not that good, you know? Just a Lich ult without Ravage or without Viper ult is not going to do anything.
Yeah, and I understand where he was coming from using that ult, and it was just too good not to use it at that time, but he needs to realize that it is that much better with the Grimstroke ult.
And
Because that was just like 4 heroes stacked up there. I mean,
he needs to understand that using his ult there is not going to net him any kills, it's not going to net him the defense of his tower, so it's a waste of a cooldown, and you could have done it in this time and gotten maybe a kill or 2.
Yeah. That is for sure. So they need to pair it up very well, and so if he used it with the Grimstroke, Stampede also would have been used because he's definitely going to get the silence off as well. So they definitely need to pair it in a better way, and need to be careful of they need to understand how strong they are with their skills that they have, the heroes that they have, and play to their maximum potential. Because I think even though MYM is ahead, I think they played this game very bad from the beginning.
Yeah.
Other than the bottom lane. They started out well bottom lane, and then they played it really bad. The mid lane did not play to its full potential, so the Viper got a lot. And the top lane was the only lane that was, basically nothing happened on the top lane. So
PA got a lot of farm, that's what
PA just got free farm in that lane, which shouldn't have happened, but he did end up getting free farm. But afterwards,
since the Lich rotated bot to help the Drow and stuff, the Tidehunter couldn't really do much in that lane after that, so it was pretty hard for the Tidehunter to do anything there.
Oh, Otto with that blinding light into the ultimate. Lovely double stomp, actually threat from Pierre Rex into them, and Titan Ravage just not doing enough here. And they lose the hero, it's not going to lose the Viper here as well. Blinding light holding him in place. They lose
Dominating performance.
Titan is the only one who survives, and he is actually going to go down here as well. Nothing, not want to chase, he did have the light, and if you want to jump, he actually wants to jump in here. No, he decides against it.
No, he should have jumped it.
Yeah, I mean, no Ravage, no nothing basically. Yeah. Should have jumped in. Secure the kill.
It's alright though. They're still doing pretty well. They killed all 4 heroes instead of the Titan really do anything, so even getting the kill is like meh. But obviously would have helped a lot. But since 2 racks are down for the Radiant team, it is looking very difficult for them since the Drow has basically nothing.
So they may pop on the Titan until the PA decides to back off. They are going to go on to reach out bottom as well. Going to be an easy mega creep push here. Mega PA does have the BKB cool. They're coming off cooldowns in the 5 seconds. But there is no lich. They are using the Grimstroke call, but he does not want to use it without the lich here. Or at least he shouldn't. And there's no Ravage. Also, down for 75 seconds. It's going to be easy mega creep. I think both teams made a lot of mistakes, but I think let's see what should have. Grimstroke with the ultimate and hits out. As well, I think what's going on. And yeah, it's just not. They do lose the PA for the Blade Mill.
And they don't get megas.
They are going to be able to disengage. They do lose the PA and center both. I think Lich Ult was used there, right? Yeah. It was.
It was used, but they didn't get the range racks out of that, and I really don't like that. Drow is a hero that can come back later into the game if they do play it right. They do have Ravage. PS BKB is ticking down slowly, but they have a good grip of the game. Pugna is playing pretty well too, even though he didn't play the lane very well. And Centaur is getting really good stomps off, getting that lockdown, making sure to lock down the right heroes, going on the right target so PA can easily finish them off. So I think if they keep playing like this, they have a very good chance to win and finish this game off.
I think Pugna playing the lane bad. I think he's a fairly new player to the mid lane. He's a very decent mid laner, but I think it's just a lack of experience and not understanding how the game works. I think those things can be worked on moving forward, and I think that's exactly what he will be looking to do as well, because I think they are a very strong team. Both teams are very strong. They just need to work on their mechanics. More than the mechanics of, more than anything, just how they understand the game and how they play the team fights.
Yeah.
Which is, what a 4-star from the Cosmo. Ravage going to be used only on 2 heroes. This is going to be a really bad engagement. Meanwhile, Centaur gets the stop off on 2 heroes. Cosmo exactly going to use it on the side. Keeps on getting pushed in. Centaur trying to go on to the Drow. Drow is going to be able to get away. The Viper is not going to be as lucky. He is going to be able. They are going to be able to bring him down as well. Drow goes down there as well. Another lovely stomp onto the Lich. Lich is going to be able to get away because they do not have vision. Did they get a glimpse of moving height or no? They did not.
Yes, they can get a glimpse of with no disruptor in the game.
No, glimpse of the hero, like sight of the hero. Come on, Abdul, you know what I meant.
But you were right. I mean, they're just getting picked off here. Ravage was used very unnecessarily. He got scared, he got force-tapped in, used Ravage, no follow-up, didn't really do much. Drow has no damage, buybacks are out coming from the Radiant side here.
Two buybacks, they do get the silence off onto the Dazzle. Dazzle manages to use the Lotus Drop, but does not get it. And now the Pugna in the black line so pretty ultimate, but there is no lich. Use his ultimate, and they are going to be able to kill the side hunter here as well. No problem. An easy kill. Right. And the Viper with that Manta Star trying to go down. He's coming right away in ranks here though. And the PA is actually falling out really low. He might have to go. He's actually going to jump in on.
Dire now have mega creeps.
Radiant going to get popped by the life drain and keeping everyone in place. The Viper manages to get the kill onto the Pugna because of the Nether Toxin and corrosive
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
But it is all over. Mega creeps.
Radiant's Ancient is under attack.
GG, well played call. MYM from Noble Alliance will be moving forward in the bracket. I think it's both teams, they are not bad teams. For sure, they have a lot of room for improvement as well. I think in the upcoming tournaments, we will see much better Dota coming out from both teams. They just need to go back to the drawing books. They need to realize what they did wrong, and try to improve on the things that they did wrong. I think the drafts were okay
I think
from both sides.
The foundation needs to be more solid coming into the game rather than the overall strategy of the game. You can see that they understand that they had to get pickoffs, they knew what the lineup had to do. The problem is their foundation and their mechanical skill. So if they work on that, Micho Vegas can do a good job. Meanwhile, on Intoxicate, they need to understand what their draft needs to do. They need to team fight, they need to force team fights, they need to smoke and dead team fight. They need to do a lot of things better. And they need to understand how to make their draft work. Since they're the ones who drafted it, they need to understand how to make it work. So if they do that, I'm pretty sure they can be pretty good, especially this Viper, realizing a little bit late, but he did realize that he needed to play the lane a bit more aggressively. He got some kills, and if they execute their strategy a bit better, I think they can do really well later.
And I think even the draft team from both teams are fairly okay. I understand what Micho Makers was going for that early push, putting pressure and having a safe, having a very hard carry with the PA who doesn't really die early game just because of his third skill, has a backup plan. But they just played it a little bit wrong and they suffered for it a little bit. And like you said, Intoxicate just need to do. They had a really strong draft, a draft that we have seen in the international scene and in a lot of divine level or immortal level pub games. But they had the draft, did not know how to execute it, and they suffered because of it. So hopefully both teams will put on a better show. I think Micha Makers will go forward in the tournament, working on their mistakes. And in Team Intoxicated, they have been around for a long time, and I have a feeling they're not going anywhere. And there is nothing but, there is nothing that they can do other than improve from here onwards, and they will be doing exactly that, hopefully. So, do stay tuned in. We have more League of Legends matches coming your way from the SSC, as well as more matches from SSCG coming your way. There's a lot more esports happening today. I don't think we will be finishing anytime soon today because we have a lot of matches scheduled for today, so that we will be having less stress for the next few days going forward. Definitely not because of anything else, because we have a lot of other extracurricular stuff happening, like the Comic-Con, the Rock Fest. We have a lot of panels happening. So basically a lot of stuff happening. So do stay tuned in for all those updates as well. We will be back shortly. This is me, Abdul, and Terra. This is me, Terra, and Abdul signing off for the time being.
As a child, you would wait and watch from far away, but you always knew that you'd be the one to work while they all play. In youth, you'd lay awake at night and scheme of all the things that you would change, but it was just a dream. When you have to rise above the rest and prove yourself, your spirit never dies. Farewell, I've gone to take my throne above, but don't weep for me, 'cause this will be the labor of my love.
Esports South Asia Cup 2018.
Welcome to a world, no heroes and villains. Welcome to a war, we've only begun. So pick up your weapon and face it. There's blood on the ground, go and take it. You get one shot to make it out alive. So higher and higher you chase it.
In-game Esports South Asia Cup 2018.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to SLECC, and with me I have some of the members from the crowd, and we're going to be interviewing them and see what they think about the event in general. Hello, Masan. How are you?
Hello, my name is Diablo. I'm a League of Legends.
Oglan, me palani side me SLECC event ekada me participate කරන්න නැත්නම් කොහොමද?
මම ගොඩක් පරණෙක් කෙනෙක්. මගේ පළවෙනි SLCG event එක 2008. ඒ කාලේ තිබ්බේ Counter Strike උයි Dota. මම ඒ කාලේ CS ගැහුවා. දැන් ඉතින් සෑහෙන විදිහට දියුණු වෙලා සෑහෙන ගේම්ස් ගොඩක් ඇවිල්ලා මේ ඇත්තටම හොඳයි.
මරත් කලින් ඇවිල්ලා මේ SLCG එකට ගොඩක් එක්ස්පීරියන්ස් එකක් තියෙනවා. ඉතින් කිව්වා 2008 ඉඳන් SLCG ඇවිල්ලා තිනවා කියලා. ඉතින් 2008 ඉඳන් දැන් වෙනකන් මොන වගේ වෙනසක්ද ඔයා දැකලා තියෙන්නේ? 2008
අපි එද්දී ගේම්ස් දෙකයි පොපියුලර් වෙලා තිබ්බේ. Counter Strike 1.6 උයි Dota තමයි තිබ්බේ. දැන් ඉතින් බැලුවොත් සෑහෙන ගේම්ස් ඇවිල්ලා Overwatch, League of Legends, එතකොට මේ Need for Speed එක අනිත් ගේම්ස් වල ගොඩක් තැන තිබිලා Call of Duty තාම තියෙනවා. ඒ කාලේ වගේම නම තුන Call of Duty තිබ්බා. ඉතින් මේ සෑහෙන දියුණුවක් තියෙනවා.
2008 ඉඳන් PNX clan එකේ හිටියේ?
නෑ මම 2008 එහෙම clans තිබුණේ නෑ. 2008 තිබ්බේ teams දෙකක්. ඒ කියන්නේ අපි මම ඒ කාලේ Counter Strike තමයි වැඩිපුරම තිබ්බේ. ඒ කාලේ තිබ්බා Team Liquid කියලා. ඒගොල්ලන් තමයි Gamer.lk එකේ හිටියේ. ඒකට තව එකක් තිබ්බා මේ Determinato කියලා. ඒක තමයි counter කියන්නේ counter fight එකකට හිටියේ Liquid ලට. ඉතින් ඒ කාලේ දෙකයි තිබ්බ teams එක මගේ game එක අනුව. දැන් ඉතින් ගත්තොත් හැම game එකක් ගත්තොම teams 10ක් 12ක් විතර තියෙනවා. සෑහෙන දියුණුවක් තියෙනවා මේ gaming වල.
ඒක නෑ තමයි මම හිතන්නේ මේ ගොඩක් දුරට ගොඩක් ටීම්ස් එම අලුතෙන් ඇවිල්ලා හොඳ ටැලන්ට් එකක් ෂෝකේස් කරන ඒගොල්ලෝ මම ඔයගෙන් අහන්න හිටියේ දැන් දැන් කොහොමත් PNX ජර්සි එක තමයි දාලා ඉන්නේ මම හිතන්නේ ඔය PNX එකේ තමයි ඉන්නේ මොනවද දැන් ඔය කිව්වා මේ 2008 ඔය SLCG එකේ ඉද්දි වැඩිය එම මේ ක්ලෑන්ස් කියලා වැඩියම කවුරුත් හිටියේ නෑ දැන් අර අලුතෙන් ක්ලෑන්ස් ඉන්ට්‍රොඩියුස් කළා ඒකෙන් මේ ඕගලන්ට හම්බෙන බෙනිෆිට් එක ගැන මොනවද හිතන්නේ
ඇත්තටම ක්ලෑන්ස් ආපු එකෙන් සෑහෙන කම්පිටිෂන් එකක් තියෙනවා දැන් ලංකාවේ ඒ කියන්නේ දැන් ඉස්සෙල්ලා ටීම්ස් තිබ්බේ දැන් හැම ක්ලෑන් එකම try කරන්නේ ඒ ගේම්ස් වල represent කරලා points අරගෙන best clan එක ගන්න. ඉතින් එතකොට ක්ලෑන් අතර rivalries තියෙනවා. rivalries තිබ්බහම මේ කිව්වා වගේම competition එක වැඩි. ඒක ඇත්තටම හොඳයි ලංකාවේ esports වලට. එතකොට තව කට්ටිය බැඳෙනවානේ. ඒගොල්ලන්ව try කරනවා recruit කරන්න. දැන් lot of female players ලාත් ඇවිල්ලා ඉන්නවා. ඉතින් ඒකත් හොඳයි. අනිත් පැත්තෙත් publicity එක එනවා. ඒ ගාම game.lk එකට sponsors ලාත් ගොඩක් ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා. ඉතින් මේක අපි දැන් අපේ රට ගත්තොත් වෙන රටවල් එක බැලුවොත් ඒ ස්ටෑන්ඩඩ්ස් වලට නෑ. මොකද ඒ රටවල් වලට තෑන ස්පොන්සර්ස් සම්මත $1 million වලින් වගේ හම්බ වෙන්නේ. ඒ වුණත් මේ වගේ දියුණු වීමත් සමග අපිට ඒ තත්ත්වෙට එන්න පුළුවන් නම් සෑන් හොඳයි. එතකොට අපිට මාර කම්පිටිෂන් එකක් තියෙනවා ලංකාවේ.
ඒකත් එක්ක මම ඔයත් එක්ක ගොඩක් agree කරනවා. මම දැන් all league player කෙනෙක්. ඉතින් මේ වගේ අර South Asia Cup එක ගැන මේ වගේ අර නිකන් මේ රටවල් පහකින් අර top players දාවිලා ගහන එකෙන් ඔයාලට මොනවද ඒකෙන් අර ඒ වගේ experience එකට ගන්න ඔයාලට මොනවද හිතෙන්නේ?
ඇත්තටම හොඳයි. මොකද මේ අපි ගත්තොත් අවුරුදු 2කට කලින් League of Legends වල මේක තමයි most popular game එක ලෝකේ. අපිට ලංකාවෙත් එච්චරම තැනක් තිබ්බේ නැහැ. මොකද League of Legends වලට main stage එක හම්බුන්නේ නැහැ. ඒවා මුකුත් හම්බුන්නේ නැහැ කාලේ. අවුරුදු 2කට විතර කලින්. කොහොමත් ගිය අවුරුද්දේ මේ අවුරුද්දත් එක්ක බැලුවාම සෑන් improvement එකක් තියෙනවා. League of Legends වලට මාර තැනක් තියෙනවා. ගොඩක් matches main stage එකේ දානවා. දැන් ඊගාම දැන් South Asian team එකක් ආවා කියන්නේ ඒගොල්ලන්කුත් මාර හොඳයි. දැන් අපේ ලංකාවේ first number rank team එක ලංකා Lions ඒගොල්ලන් දින්නොත් ඒගොල්ලන්ට පුළුවන් ඒගොල්ලෝ එක කම්පිටීට් කරන්න તો අපිට ඇවිල්ලා බලන්න පුළුවන්. ඒක හොඳයි. ඒක නේ අතන ක්‍රිකට් කප් එකක් වගේ ඒෂියා කප් එකක් වගේනේ. ඉතින් මේ සෑන් හොඳයි.
ඒක අනිවාර්යෙන් සෑන් හොඳයි. ඇත්තටම e-sports ඒ වගේ තත්යකට ඇවිල්ලා තියෙන එකෙන් ලොකු උදව්වක් වෙනවා අපිටත් වෙනවා ඒගොල්ලන්ටත් වෙනවා. මම හිතන්නේ ඕගොල්ලන් දැනට අදට මේ League of Legends game එක ගැවුවද?
ඔව් මම ඇත්තටම මේ ටෝර්නමන්ට් එක ගැවුවේ නෑ. මම SLT ගහලා ඊට කලින් තිබ්බ Game Face කියලා. ඒක මම PNX දෙයියෝ represent කරේ. ඉතින් අපිට වාසනාවට එදා අපේ ටීම් එක හොඳටම perform කරලා අපි ලංකා ලයන්ස් වලට ගැහුවා number 1 rank team එකට. ඒක තමයි මගේ හොඳම spotlight එක. දැන් ඉතින් මම පොඩ්ඩක් නාකි මට අවුරුදු 28යි. ඒ හින්දා මම දැන් පොඩ්ඩක් competitive නවත්තලා තියෙන්නේ. ඒ වුණත් හැමදාම PNX game එකක් බලන්න එනවා. ඒක තමයි ඉතින් දැන් එහෙම තමයි තියෙන්නේ.
ඉතින් මේ ටෝර්නමන්ට් එකට ඔයගේ expectations මොනවද? ඔය හිතන්නේ ඔයාට ආයෙත් ලංකා ලයන්ස් එකට ගහලා මේ පොඩ්ඩක් international teams එකත් එක්ක ගන්න හම්බෙයි කියලාද?
මට නම් නැති වුණත් මගේ ටීම් එක ගහනවා. කොහොම හරි ඒගොල්ලන්ට support එකක් දීලා ඒගොල්ලෝ මොන හරි upset එකක් කරොත් හොඳයි කියලා හිතනවා.
අපි පොඩ්ඩක් ඔයගේ ටීම් එක මෙතනට ගෙන්න ගමු. පොඩ්ඩක් ඒගොල්ලෝ එක්ක කතා කරමු. Okay, so you prefer to speak in English? Perfect. Thank you very much, actually. So I think you've been playing with him for a very long time. I think you also must be around since 2008, maybe?
No. I came recently, like 2 SLCGs. This is my 3rd one.
All right, awesome. So then you're just like me. So what do you think about the growth of the event ever since you initially experienced it?
It has grown a lot. There's this time there's 42 teams per league, which is mind-blowing actually. I haven't seen this much of teams come to a competitive event, and yeah, there are like 5 good League of Legends teams which is competing for the top place. So in my opinion, it has grown a lot.
So what do you think about international teams coming down? I mean, I asked the question from your friend, I think. Are you the captain of the team also?
No, I was the jungler in the team. So by the way, his name is Willy Wonka. He represents the 2nd best League of Legends clan in Sri Lanka. They always come runner-up, losing to Lanka Lions in the final. And this guy is the ADC for that team. So he has a very good insight for the game.
So Willy Wonka, so have you not managed to get the golden ticket to Chocolate Factory yet?
No, not yet.
So not yet. Okay. So but anyway, coming back to the question I wanted to ask was, what do you think about these amazing top-level teams coming from Bangladesh, India, Pakistan, and Maldives to take part in a tournament of this scale for worth $5,000 US?
I'm really excited to see them. I have played against a few of them online, and I actually look up to them, and it's just surprising to see them here, and I'm really grateful to see the GLK making them come here and make this event happen. It's a really great effort and a big step forward in esports for Sri Lanka.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think it is an amazing step forward. I mean, we can see how much esports have come up in just this year. I mean, we saw, obviously, during the Asian Games, we saw a few of our Sri Lankan representatives also go and take part. But anyway, that's a story on growth. But anyway, what are your expectations for the tournament?
As in my team? We are looking to give a very good fight for Lanka Lions and hopefully make it to the international stage as well.
All right, that sounds amazing. So before I part ways with both of you, thank you so much for entertaining my interview. But what I wanted to ask you before, since you guys seem to enjoy going up against Lanka Lions, I think it's like a brotherly rivalry. So if you want, you can trash talk. But is there anything you'd like to say to them when you're going to face up against them, hopefully during the tournament?
Hopefully, if we win this time, they don't take another player from us. So they've been taking the three. They have basically two people who emerged from the team Masters. So it's just saying, hopefully they don't take a third player from us.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you both of you. So hopefully we'll see both of you all at Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory extremely soon. So there you have it. We're just catching up with two players from PNX there. Some extremely experienced players all the way from 2008 and some players who have recently joined exactly like me from 2016 onwards. So anyway, we'll be cutting to a short commercial break, and I think when we get back, we'll have I think Terra or one of the casters ready to cast either a League or a Dota game. So stay tuned for that. We'll catch you in a bit.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Osman, for that. I'm Snowy, and with me is Shara. So, yes. Shara, we have Bangladesh going up against Maldives.
Yeah.
And we have already come into the drafting stage. They've already banned up, they have already picked up the champions. So what do you think about this draft that's coming into the game?
Oh man, I gotta look at this right now. All right, Maldives. I see a Nasus, which is surprising. Elise, one of my favorite jungles actually. When
yeah, that is true. You were a jungler.
And you gotta be very mechanical when you're trying to play Elise. Echo, Kaisa, and Leona is like a very kill lane.
What Team Maldives, what they have done is they have gone for a really late game pick, I'd say. And we're still waiting for the.
Questionable. I think they're just trying to like make plays with that.
Yeah, with that Nasus and everything.
On.
Yeah, from early on, they do have that Leona. They do have that really good engage, and they have Kaiser for that damage. And on the side of Red Vipers Gaming from Bangladesh, we have the Nocturne jungle.
Yep.
We have Serath being picked, and Ornn in the top lane.
Zerath is a very strong pick, and I think he's a very safe pick in terms of, trying to deal with the Leona as well.
Yes.
Just trying to not get CC, just stay in the back line and do that damage which is required.
So,
wait. Am I seeing a Gragas support?
Gragas support.
Gragas support?
A Gragas support. We're seeing a Gragas support. Or will he go mid? I mean, he's really flexible, man.
Yeah?
Yeah, with his... So, it could be either... I mean, I've seen Serath go support as well. But it's all up to the game, yeah.
I do, yeah. Actually, Zerath and Jhin is like a very good combo.
I mean, coming from
range
Jhin,
right there.
man.
All right, so I think
yeah, I think Gragas will go support or not.
The best thing what Red Vipers Gaming can do is not get CC to that Leona.
Yeah,
and if they cannot get CC, then they can play.
They can play. I mean, they can play with the. They have the Nocturne. We see it
early.
Gragas does take a lot of damage there. I mean, quite a bit of damage.
Well, what do you think of the matchups? So I'm assuming that it's Gragas support.
Yes.
Yeah. So Lucian Gragas versus Kaisa Leona. Let's talk about that.
Yeah. I mean, Leona Kaiser, I mean, they do come out on top, right?
Yeah,
I mean, you have that really hard engage.
Yeah.
You have that really hard engage on that Leona.
They've got that catch potential.
Yeah, they do have that catch potential. Yeah. But on the other side, we have Gragas.
Yeah. I think Gragas solution can be something like a poke trade kind of.
Yeah, more of a poke trade comp going on the bot lane. So they'll try to go for pokes, just trades, win the trade, and get like the CS advantage.
Yeah, and I think that's the best possible way that they can try and overcome the lane is to just not get caught, do those trades, and then once they get that opportunity, maybe a jungler comes or their health bars are really low, they go in,
and they get the kills. Yeah. So the game has been paused for a while. I believe one of the players has disconnected.
Yep. Let's talk about the mid laners. What do you think? Echo versus Zerath.
I mean, Serath, man, he has this huge range. I mean, it's just Kansas that it's really annoying.
Very annoying. And you know what's the crazy part is like when Xerath ults, like you have to move in directions where it's kind of like you can't go forward, you have to go sideways. And then like if the enemy team is there, like they just catch up to you and it's annoying.
That's just annoying, man. It's just worse than a Jhin ultimate.
Yeah, totally. I totally agree with you. Yeah. I think partly because of the reason that like the thing goes upwards, you know, it just doesn't like go forward.
Pair that up with the Nocturne ultimate.
Oh, dude, the Nocturne, we gotta talk about that, man.
Nocturne and Ornn. So just imagine a Nocturne ults.
Yeah.
And then the Ornn ults.
Yeah, like Nocturne
that comp makes sense,
dude,
right now.
Yeah, now it makes sense. Like Nocturne ult, complete darkness, and Ornn ults comes out of nowhere. We just don't know what to expect.
We just don't know what to expect.
Yeah,
that's
and
it.
Xerath ult on top of that?
Yeah,
dude.
That's just... That's just annoying to watch. It will be like, you know.
They got to be very careful when that Nocturne ults, and I mean, always got to keep tabs on where Ornn is. And
I mean, a 5-man dive on the bot lane.
Yeah,
that would be like.
It's pretty deadly.
That would be really hard to watch.
So what can Run Amari Esports do in order to try and counter this play? You know,
best thing for them to do is get ahead really well and get that Nasus. I mean. That's an Aces over here.
Yeah, it's
so
definitely
if he gets his stacks up, man, like if he gets his stacks around like I don't know 600, 700,
definitely thinking about.
He can just basically one-shot the ADC. But then again, let's not forget that Lucian is really he can move around really well. He does have that escape potential with his E.
Yeah.
So it will be quite hard for the Nasus to catch him out. Like, yeah.
I have a question, right? So they have Xerath and Leona, which is like an all-in champion. You know, they're very early game, and even once they hit 6, you know, they've got really good potential, catch potential. But the Nasus is kind of like late game. So like, what do you think about that?
Well, they're ready for everything, man.
Yeah.
They're basically what the Maldivian team, Run Amari Esports, what they're doing is what they're doing is like. They're ready for the mid game.
Right.
They have Leona for the mid game. They have the Echo as well.
Yeah.
His ultimate. Once he gets his ultimate, he can like dive on the tower, just get a few kills, get back using his ultimate, right?
Yeah.
So, in case they fail the mid game, they have the Nasus to save them. A stacked up Nasus, man, you can't go against. He'll just go 1v5 with his ultimate.
I think the Maldivian team really has like a mixture of
a mixture of like their team is really varied. Like from the early game, they have the pressure from the early game with the Kaiser and Leona. To the mid game, we have the Echo and the Elise, who actually hits his power spike once she gets to level 9, 10.
Yeah.
So and for the late game, they have Nasus. And
it's a mixture.
Yeah, it's a mixture, but. Right now, my money is on the side of on the side of Bangladesh, man.
Red Vipers Gaming. It's like when I look at their like Nocturne, what you pointed out, the Nocturne and the Ornn, it sounds like a very like.
It's
scary.
It's really scary, man.
Yeah,
once you get that Nocturne ultimate, things just start to get really hard for you.
Man.
So yeah,
we are still waiting for the game.
We're still waiting for the game to be unpaused. Yep. Let's talk about how the tournament has been going. I mean, both these teams.
No, man. Let's talk about life. Like, how are you?
Well, it's good you asked. I'm doing fine. How about you, man?
Dude, I'm a little nervous, but I think we're Gucci.
We're Gucci. We're Gucci. Yeah. So both these teams, they were off to a really rough start.
All right.
So the Maldivian team, I believe the Bangladesh team has lost all 3 games that they were.
Yeah, and I shout out to the Run Amari, the Maldivian team, and they had a poor performance against
the Pakistan team. They were the tournament favorites coming into the game, man. You can't expect anything out of. You can't expect anything.
But I mean, knowing that it's their first tournament outside the country, amazing.
I mean, they did really great for that.
Yeah, and their team was formed in this year.
Yeah, this year.
Which is surprising.
So, yeah, it is amazing.
Awesome stuff, man. So, tell me, how did you start gaming?
Sorry?
How did you start gaming? How did you start getting into League of Legends?
Well, League of Legends...
Guys, we're talking about ourselves right now.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting a bit off topic. We're still waiting for the game to start. Yeah. Well, I started with Age of Empires.
All right. Oh,
Age of Empires.
I used to love that. Age of Empires 2.
It was like my father brought me like a PC.
All right.
So in Age of Empires, I was really addicted to it, man. Then I was like looking for more games like this, and my cousin, he introduced me to Dota 1.
Okay.
And I didn't play that much, and back then I didn't have that much of an internet. So yeah.
All right. I guess we got to save this conversation for later.
Yeah, we'll save this conversation
for later. The game has started, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, what are we seeing? I think Nocturne's looking to play a bit more aggressive.
Yeah, Nocturne will be going really aggressive, man. He'll be going really hard on this. He'll be power farming till 6.
Yeah.
Once he gets that power spike, man. Once he gets his ultimate, that's when you can expect all these plays, man.
Yes.
He'll be all around the map. I mean, with his ultimate, it's a semi-global ultimate, right?
Good range, yeah.
Yeah, it does have a really good range. And
shall we get this?
And the scoreboard. Press it once, I believe. Press it and press up. Okay, we can't seem to get the scoreboard up for some reason.
We will try and figure that out as soon as possible. Just trying to get that scoreboard out.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to work. So, quite a bit of poke coming there from the Seraph.
Alright, we see Gragas going in.
Going in, I mean, that was a stun, but that was a real nice stun by the Leona.
Yeah.
But the Kaiser is like really on half HP, man. Well, this bot lane, we aren't. So basically, we weren't expecting that much of damage early on from the side of Red Viper. From the side of Red Vipers Gaming.
And you can see the pressure just coming in
yes.
early on was
and then from the side of Red Vipers Gaming, them looking at them picking up the Ornn against the Nasus is really good because Ornn does have the trade potential early on. I mean, Nasus, he needs to get a certain amount of stacks to get his damage out, to get his damage output, right?
That his early is very weak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, look at the poke from the side of Red Vipers, man. They're already at half health.
Yeah. They need to play super safe because, like, it's like what I said, like, Kai'Sa and Leona is more like catch. So you can't try and trade level 1. The best option is to wait for, like, level 2.
Yeah.
Maybe wait for a gang to come in and then you
and
just go
another
all in.
pause comes
and
in.
Another pause comes in. Hoping that we can get our scoreboard
up, but...
Yeah, talk to me more about the top lane matchup, Ornn versus Nasus.
The Nasus, I mean, that's gonna be painful for the Nasus up until, I know...
I already felt it, like when I saw that Ornn just poking. Man,
that's just painful to watch. I mean, Nasus was the first pick from the side of the Maldivian team, so I mean, it was sure for him to get counterpicked. I mean, if they had picked Darius instead of him, that would have been worse, actually.
But against the Pakistani team, they were playing Kled before, the top laner, and he was performing really well.
He was really performing well, but they did ban the Kled. They did ban Kled.
So they did really ban that Kled.
Yeah, that was a really respectable ban, and some small configuration issue, I believe.
We see the screen going upside down, maybe he's feeling a little bit dizzy.
I mean, people, it's fine to tilt your heads and like look at the game.
I think that's what we should be
doing.
Yeah,
that's what you should be doing. Just
people
stand
your
on
head right now, and
like it's fine for you all to do that.
Make that blood come into your head.
Get some blood into your head instead of like
right.
So getting back to what we were talking about earlier. So the games.
Ooh, we're getting personal now. Oh wait, but the game is resuming.
It's resuming, man. Come on.
All right.
Yeah, all right. So, Kai'Sa and Leona are in a lot of trouble, man. So I believe the first blood would go over from the side of...
They gotta just not get poked. You can't play into Lucian's game plan, which is get poked and die. Kai'Sa cannot do that. Gotta play
and
safe.
we might be looking at a tower dive.
Whoa.
And the screen just froze. I don't know what happened over there.
Alright, and the screen just came back.
And that was quite a bit of damage. I believe that the Gragas took some damage, and first blood goes over to Kai'Sa. That was really unfortunate from the side of from the side of Red Vipers Gaming. And we have the Elise who's on really low health, a heal being used. And Nocturne gets stunned as well. He's on really low health. Leona just managed to get some stuns over. The game froze again.
Guys, right now you guys cannot see the game, but we're having.
I mean, you can look at our beautiful faces for a while. I mean, you have Shahzad. I mean, you should do modeling, man.
Let's just talk about like how gaming started for us, right? Because
Well, yeah, as I said, I got into Age of Empires.
Yeah.
My cousin got me into Dota 1. I didn't have much time with schoolwork and everything. So 2 years back, I got into League of Legends.
All right.
One of my friends from campus recommended me.
Yeah. So what's your first impression of League?
Well, it was kind of addicting, man. I was, okay, should be told, I was playing on a 20 FPS laptop. It was a potato, man.
Welcome. Welcome to the club. We all started there, man.
Yeah, so that's how it happened. And yeah, you know, I collected some money, got myself a better one.
Nice.
And yeah, now I play with a team. I play for a team. And yeah, that's how I got into League of Legends. I mean, props out to my friend there. I mean, is it alright if I say out his name on stage?
Go on.
I mean, Miraj, if you're listening, dude, thanks for getting me into this game. Thanks for bringing me all over here. Miraj, if you're listening.
And you've changed your life now.
And yeah, you changed my life, man.
You've become a toxic person.
It's toxic.
You've become more of a toxic person now playing League of Legends.
So what about you, Shahzad?
Oh man, I started off. Where did I start? I finished my O-levels and then I wanted something. I actually came across the League randomly. Like I was just searching online games, and then League of Legends pops up. Downloaded it, and here we are.
That's okay. Okay, that's
I mean, yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's true. I mean, some people created Facebook for Barn Buddy. If you remember those times back in 2010, actually.
Facebook for what?
Facebook for Barn Buddy. The game, the
Oh,
popular.
Barn Buddy, yeah, I used to play that game. I used to love that game,
I mean, everyone loved that game, right? Okay, we do see again coming up on the top lane. The Owen gets stunned. He managed to flash out for safety, so that's the burn flash on the top side. So Elise is doing actually what she should be doing, pressuring the lanes really hard. Like really hard, because Kai'Sa, once she gets ahead, she does have that carry potential.
Oh man, you guys are missing out so much. Look at what you guys are seeing right
Yeah,
now.
I mean we're looking at some really class play, and we have the manager from the Bangladeshi team.
I'm sorry guys, you guys are missing out right
Yeah, I mean you get to see Shiraz's beautiful face once again.
Oh wow, wait, where?
So quite a bit of damage coming out from that Kai'Sa over there, and Gregus takes a bit of damage. He's really low, he's like really half. He's on really half health.
Yep. So for the first time, well, I mean, what do you think of like League of Legends $5,000 prize pool?
$5,000,
That's
man.
crazy, man. Like I just like went to a mini retirement off of League, and then all of a sudden I hear $5,000 being given. Like what? I was like, holy man.
I mean, come on, that's more like $1 million, 1 million rupees. Yeah. And we see Kai'Sa getting another kill.
Yeah, guys, you guys are missing out on this.
You guys are missing out on a lot, man. Come on.
This is amazing stuff what we are experiencing right now. Oh, we see Elise.
We're seeing Lucian in trouble. Oh my god. And Nezis gets knocked up. He is level 7. He does have his ultimate. Will he be able to use that?
How are you?
How are you?
How are you, friends?
Okay, cool.
That's cool.
That's cool.
That's cool.
That's cool, Rosero. That's very nice of you.
Just don't go into the middle.
Oh, I'm really sad for these guys. And come on, Raiden, just don't show us off. Don't show off, man.
Raiden,
we're hungry too.
I'm feeling hungry right now. Bring
Raiden,
that food over
come
here.
on, Raiden. Oh man, I love you, man.
Oh, this is quality content right here. We're having a great time sharing food. Thank you, Raiden.
I'm watching Twitch chat. like conversation ones.
Having a role and casting.
That's the life, man.
We're doing good work right here.
Yeah, this is the caster's life.
But I'm not to desert these guys. I want my team on the big screen.
You will have your team on the big screen, man. Don't worry about it.
We are really having some difficulties right now. But, yo.
On gets that knock up. Nasus does have his ultimate. He does pop it. I mean, look at the damage from that Q, man.
Wait, what did I see?
Oh my God, Nasus just...
You guys are missing out.
You guys are missing out.
You guys are missing out. Better feel bad for yourselves right now.
We expected Red Vipers to take the... We expected Red Vipers...
I know, right? Look at this. We're looking at 3-1.
We're
Three
looking at
on the
three,
side of the Maldivians. What has happened to them?
What has happened,
What
man?
has happened to them?
I
And they
mean,
were-
what's Nocturne doing? He should be pressuring lanes more and more.
Oh, that Elise is now... What is going on?
What is going on? I mean, come on, man.
This early game is so good.
People in the audience, can we get a cheer for the Bangladeshi team? Come
Guys,
on.
give a shout out.
Come on, guys.
Come on. Nice. Yeah, I hear it. I hear it, guys.
We hear you guys.
I
Come
hear
on,
the
let's do
cheers
this.
right now.
Okay,
A quick turn of events.
Wait, a little turn of
Things
events.
have taken a tide now. Yo, but it's like what you said, that Nocturne ult, you know, all of a sudden just comes in, all in, everything gets collapsed.
Collapse, but then again, we do not see that kind of play from the Bangladeshi side. We do not see that yet, but come team fights, they would be able to have, and we have the game back up again, Shara.
I just saw this right now.
Okay, and look at the damage on that Nasus, and that's another kill going on for the side of
We
Maldivians.
see bot lane taking that first turn, pressuring really hard. Man, do you think they'll get this tower? Oh,
And here comes
Kai'Sa.
Kai'Sa gets
Holy,
feared,
that's very
but
aggressive.
Kai'Sa
Maybe
getting
try
that
and get
damage. He gets a lot of damage over there.
Yo, that was some really good turret control.
Yeah, that was.
The Gragas was just like waiting.
He was
That's
waiting
hard
for that.
hits.
He's just waiting for the fear to load up. And once that happened, he just went and used one of his abilities to get that aggro onto him.
Alright guys, what has happened since you guys have been missing out on all the good stuff? Well, the Maldivian team, they really
And
did
we have the
capitalize on
scoreboard
some
up as
very
well.
early kills. And we had a Nocturne ult level 6 and tried picking up 2 kills on the side of Bangladesh. They've got the Infernal Drake on their side. And so far, it's looking pretty even.
It's looking pretty even. I mean, even the gold is kind of like 200 gold every, but that doesn't do much, man. Now it's quite even.
Oh, now it's even.
Now it's even.
They just hit that torrent and now it's even.
And look at it. Look at that range on the Seraph.
Ooh, shall we talk about how much you got? Nasus, Ornn, top, same,
quite the same, but then again.
Alright, I'm gonna fix this thing.
Yeah, he'll be fixing it while I'll be giving out the play-by-play. And we see the Elise coming in for the Gragas over there. The Gragas over there. It's a 2v1 situation. Elise smites the Rift Scuttler. And that is the ultimate that we were looking for. Look at the damage.
Oh, guys, I'm sorry.
Oh my
I
god.
messed everything
What
up.
are you doing,
I think I messed everything up, guys.
He messed it up, and look, Nocturne is in trouble. And that is the kill going on to the side of.
Health bars, it was so low.
He went so low, and the kills are even now.
It's getting.
And here comes the ultimate. Two ultimates
Ornn,
from the two
man.
sides. On is in trouble. He flashes,
Man,
and that
again.
is the kill by the
Man,
Nasus.
I really have to applaud this top laner because it feels like in the beginning, like he's really losing out on it.
Yeah,
but
and he comes
really
back.
hard.
That comeback is quite hard, man. I mean, he get a few more kills just like that.
Yeah.
He'll be able to solo carry this game.
I mean, yeah, it's like what get back to the basics, you know, just these guys have to play safe, you know, just not risk a lot of things and just respect the fact that, you know, they've got really heavy ults like Xerath ult, Gragas ult, Nocturne ult, especially.
I mean, they have a really good wombo combo, but it's not being put to use.
We see Elise getting red buff.
Yeah, we can see that. So Dragon is gonna be up in 50 seconds.
Oh, let's talk more about the farm. Lucian, 100 CS. We see a little bit of aggression coming in from Elise. Kai'Sa, 80 CS. There doesn't seem to be much of a big difference.
Yeah, that doesn't.
In terms of farm?
Yeah. So you are an ADC main. So who do you think is winning on this side on the ADC matchup?
I mean, I think on the ADC matchup, just if Leona gets a catch, then Kai'Sa should follow up.
Yeah,
that is how it should go. And Lucian's point of perspective, you know, it's like Gragas poke, and then once you get your health bars low enough, then commit. Don't go all in. You know, so it's like the best possible advice what I can give you is don't play into the enemy's game plan. Which is, on Kai'Sa's perspective, is like catching someone off guard and then killing them, and on Lucian's perspective, is poking them so hard.
And here comes that ultimate from that Nocturne, and Kai'Sa gets slayed again. That is the ultimate. That is the perfect ultimate that we were looking for.
I mean, this has happened several times now. Nocturne has altered and he's capitalized on it so many
Nocturne,
times.
a really strong jungler in this meta as well.
And you know what's so smart about it? The fact that whenever Nocturne, I just noticed it, whenever Nocturne gets his ult, they try and make play.
Yeah, they do make that play. And
they don't wait around for their ult.
They just commit to it. They hard commit to that play.
It's like guys, Nocturne ult is coming up. What can we do right now?
Yeah,
and they're trying to set the pace, the background up.
That's what they're doing, and we see the
lane trade. I mean,
the rotations coming in from the two sides.
We see Lucian getting second turn top.
So they are going on that excavation strategy. If you remember what it is,
like Elise hurts.
Yeah, Elise hurts.
2 and 1. She's looking pretty good.
But look at the farm difference, man. Nocturne on 9 CS and the Elise on like 6.
Yeah.
That could make a difference. That could make a huge difference.
So what's happening right now?
Two players up in the top mid lane rather.
Man, this Nasus is just dominating the lane.
He's just dominating the lane, man. He is being a pain to that orange.
You see Gragas. Oh man,
this is bad spot for the Nasus. We see him getting. Will he get slain though?
Right now, look at him.
Look at him go, but he will get slain. Yes, that is the shutdown.
This is how they should play. Just around this Nasus because he's so important.
Yeah, and what they should do is collapse on that Nasus, get him out of the picture, right? Yeah. And then it's easy clean up to them. There is an easy clean up to the side of Red Vipers Gaming.
As far as the items go, let's talk about it. Nasus already built a Trinity Force, which is really looking really good for him.
Yeah, it is looking really. So if he goes for a Frozen Heart next, it mitigates the damage from the Lucian and the Nocturne as well, since the Frozen Heart actually reduces the attack speed by 15%.
Yeah, I think that's a really good idea.
Yeah, that is a really good item onto that Nasus. I believe he'll be building that next.
But they seem to be hovering around, right? Trying to get that. I think they will be getting.
Yeah, they will be able to get it uncontested.
Right?
Yes.
Just like trying to stop them from not coming there, trying to block them every chance that they get.
This is...
Man, I was surprised by the Gragas pick as support.
We were all surprised, man.
Are you guys surprised?
I don't see any reactions from the crowd. Come on, guys.
All right.
We need your support.
They're definitely surprised. I can.
Yeah,
tell.
they're definitely surprised. We can sense it from.
Yo! Look at what we're seeing right now.
And here comes that ultimate from the Nocturne. The team will be collapsing onto the Echo, and he will get slain.
Yo, he was by himself right there.
Yeah.
That was him not paying attention to the map. And there they go again. More minutes.
And that is the Nasus coming in with his ultimate, but he is the only one remaining. Leona does use his ultimate, and this would be a bad fight for the side of the Maldivian side.
Just have to walk out of that, in and out.
We do see Herald mid lane. We'll be pressuring, they will be pressuring this mid lane tier 2 as well, but not quite much as expected.
And in terms of the gold goes, there's only 2,000 difference. It's not much. They can still work
They
around.
can still make a comeback, and we see that Nasus, look at the damage, but he gets caught out,
he needs to
man.
stop doing that. Like he just sees, he has like tunnel vision right now.
Yeah.
He's not like observing the map, just trying to see what's going on. He just sees what's in front of him, just goes all in, and doesn't really pay attention to the map.
I mean,
Honestly,
he should, and his team should follow up, man. He can't just go 1v5 just yet.
I mean, I think it's more because like it's happened twice now where he was at bot lane and 3 people collapsed on him, and this has happened now. I think he needs to respect the opponent a bit more.
Yeah, he should be playing it a bit more safe rather. Like instead of like being instead of being like So we did see a slight appearance from Hades.
Yeah, we see the shoutcaster, the original shoutcaster in here.
I can see Jared handling a kill there. He lands a really good on the echo, but he's able to dodge away with his phase shift over there. Good work by Evo. Good job.
Thank you.
Thank you, Hades.
All right, what is happening right now?
They're waiting it out. Nocturne does have his ultimate up. So we might be looking at another play over here from the side of
the Nocturne is like over and over. Okay, we see a Nocturne.
And we see the Nocturne coming in, collapsing onto that Nasus over there, man. And he does get a lot of damage. Nasus gets ulted. He does his ultimate. He could be in trouble. One more auto attack might do the job. And that is the ultimates coming in from both sides. That ultimate might be able to finish the job over here. Double kill for the Lucian. That's a triple kill. That will be a triple kill for the Lucian.
Can he go for the Quadra?
Will he go for the Quadra? Will he commit to that? I don't think so.
I think best call,
the best call will be. And here comes. And he gets shot down. I mean, he overstayed there, man.
Yeah, the Nasus again getting caught.
Yeah,
once more.
I mean, he still isn't respecting the other side, right? He's not respecting the Nocturne ultimate. He's not respecting how much of an impact that can make.
Yeah, and the funny thing is like Nocturne has made so many plays just by putting his ultimate to good use.
MVP of the game, I'd say go give it to the Nocturne, man.
Yeah, because he's made so many plays.
He has made so many plays. I mean, he is literally carrying this team. I mean, not literally, but figuratively speaking, with those plays that he's making, he is doing a really good job.
We see Leona getting a ward right now. And Elite's getting a blue buff. Very boring.
So...
What? Oh, we're just making really boring small talk.
Yeah,
just to keep ourselves occupied.
Yeah, let's keep ourselves occupied.
I keep messing around with this mouse.
I mean, come on, Shara. I mean, Kula was right. Kula just came in and said that you were a noob. I mean, with what you're doing right now, I'd say he's 75% right. And here comes the Nocturne ultimate once again. Kai'Sa is the one that's getting caught out here. She will get slain by the Lucian rather, and that is a good job from the Echo, but he just managed to get they do manage to get at least the Lucian, and Nasus is the only one alive from the side of the Maldivian side, and he will get slain as well. That was a really nice ultimate by the Seraph, man. That is the ace.
Yeah. So what happened there? What again? Nocturne
ultimate.
They got caught.
Yeah, they got caught out.
I'm telling you guys, this Nocturne just calls and makes plays. Like he doesn't care what happens. He knows he's really fed right now. He just goes inside there.
He's way ahead, man. I mean,
and the thing is, whenever Nocturne ults, the team will make a play.
Yeah, they do follow up. That is what the side of Maldivian Ranamari Esports, that is what they're lacking right now.
Yeah.
They are not following up on if one of them makes a play. That is the mistake that they should work on right now.
It is just crazy because like every single time Nocturne ults, the team follows, no questions asked, just go in.
Yeah, they just go in.
And it's worked out for them every single time.
Another pause.
All right, Oren just rage quit. I think
he's like, I don't want to play this game.
Yeah, he's not happy with his KDA right now. 1-3
6. I mean, come on.
I wouldn't like it. Yeah. I wouldn't like a 136 KDA, to be honest.
I mean, yeah, true. But like, we're usually used to getting 110s, and that's just me.
Oh. I mean, I used to be there too.
Okay. Yeah, still.
I think we all used to be there. Especially when we're like tilted, we're angry, and we're just feeding.
Yeah, we just feed. Yeah. I mean, a new champion just got into the game, Miko.
Yeah, I
so
really
I
love
was
her.
Quite interestingly, I was playing
Very curious champion.
A very really curious champion. So I was playing Ezreal mid, and one of my teammates was support as Zyra, and they were helping Miko with getting her blue buff.
Alright.
And she smited quite early.
Okay.
And the auto attack from Zyra did like the auto attack stole the buff.
The plant.
Yeah, the small from the plant.
Yeah.
And Zyra got the blue buff.
All right.
And this, she was in play. She was in one of us.
Okay.
Like there were 4 of us, and she was the only solo player.
She was the only random.
Yeah, she was the only random player. And what we did was, she was just raging on my support, man. And
I know those times, you know, when I take the red buff, the red buff by accident, and the jungler just rages.
He was just raging. He was like, I'm gonna report you after game and all of that. What I did was, he was doing his red.
Yeah.
I just went to the red and I just did 1 Q and I got the red as well.
Oh, you tried to steal his red? Dude,
I stole his red,
why
man.
would you do that?
I mean, come on, it's casuals, man.
I can sense like how you can have fun doing that.
Yeah,
sometimes.
I mean that's what you do in casuals. I mean, props up to Booyah for telling me this.
Yeah.
But he told me once, like if you're playing casuals,
Alright.
it would be what troll pick you should be going for, and it should be what kind of troll yet you're gonna do. I mean, I had one of my friends play AP Yasuo once.
Whoa.
So you can imagine how much tilted we can get.
The thing is, I can't. I can't imagine even AP Yasuo in a game. But I think I've seen that before.
Yeah, it has worked once. So they are trying to make a play around Baron over here. And the screen froze.
Yep. Alright, they got 3 dragons to their side, two
Infernals,
Dude,
man. That's gonna
crazy,
be
man.
really
That's some
hard.
crazy damage which is coming in on the side of the Bangladesh team.
Yeah.
And
So we're back, and 18 kills for the side of the Bangladeshi team, 5k goal lead. And that is another, they do get caught out once again. Echo is too late for the party, and that is the Nocturne ultimate. He goes in for the Kaiser, I believe. For the Kaiser, yes. And the Kaiser tries to guide by Nocturne is unstoppable. And we see from the other side that the Nexus is actually split pushing that lane. Split pushing the bot lane.
Going downhill for the Maldivian.
Yeah, it is going down the Maldivian side. Do you think that they will have a chance for a comeback?
To be able to do that, they cannot take any risks right now. They can't just die with this. They gotta pay attention to the map, no tunnel vision, and just not make any mistakes.
Look at the wards, man. I mean, you can see a lot of trinkets and control wards from the side of
there's like
from the Bangladeshi side.
Like, there are 4 pink wards on the map right now,
and
4 wards on the side of the blue side.
So if you can like change the fog of war, if you can, like, could you change the fog of war to the side of for the side of Maldivian team? It's over there. Come on, Shera.
What do you do, bro?
Right there. Just change it to blue. So you can see that they do not have a lot of vision of where the other team is.
Yeah, and like the Maldivian team, they don't have any vision at all.
Yeah.
Wait, do they? I gotta switch.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, look at them. They have no vision.
They do not have vision.
There's just 1 ward, 2 wards, 3 wards.
Yeah.
But it's so lacking.
That's so lacking, man. I mean, if they do invest on vision, they will actually be able to make some plays.
Yeah.
So the game froze once again.
And I think that should answer like why they have gotten caught so many times.
That explains a lot.
Yeah.
So one more team fight would end the game.
Baron of minions pushing towards as well.
And look at the Elise, man. Just uses.
That was super close.
Yeah, that was super close, but yeah, that was a 1-for-1. And Serath manages to get
the Nocturne ult.
Will they be able to end this game? It's a 4 versus 2, I believe, yes.
Yeah, I think they can push off.
Yeah, they can push off and they can get this turret, I believe.
Huge death timers right now. Maybe an inhibitor?
Maybe an inhibitor, yeah, at least. So we can see certain posters for badges for the All-Star event that's happening tomorrow, I believe. Or is it today?
I'm lost.
come on, you should be updated on this stuff. Man, you're a cost.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm lost.
Okay, I have no idea either.
Good. We're on the same page now.
So yeah, I just think a bit of me saving you right now.
All right.
From utter humiliation.
All right. I mean, right now we're just seeing the Maldivian team just go downhill.
So
right
we do
now.
see that the Kaiser has actually built the Ginsu's Rage Blade and the Storm Razor.
Man, she's gotten her second item right now, which is she's so behind.
She's so behind. I mean,
and she has only 139 CS.
And look at the Lucian. He does have 3 items. 4 items completed with the boots.
Man, and look at the difference in levels between Kaiser and the Lucian. 14 to 11.
Yeah, man. That's just
quite far.
That's just, she's just falling behind.
Yeah, the bot lane is like really under level. 11 and 10 on Kaiser respectively. 14, 12 on Lucian and Gragas.
Yep. They can't do anything about it, and that's
man.
This is
the kicker right now. Elise is like looking. Elise, okay, man, I can't let these guys have third dragon right now.
Okay,
no way.
They will come in onto the.
Nocturne's not trying to ult.
Yeah, Nocturne just get that ultimate, and they do manage to get that Elise. So that's the smite being saved, and that's the triple infernal going on to the side of the side on for the Bangladeshi side. Yeah. They'll be able to finish off this game, and that's on with the killing spree. He is worth 450 gold. 600 gold, make that 600. So it's a 3v5. Will they be able to end this game?
It's looking really bad for the Maldivians right now. Bangladesh, they're just pushing.
They're just pressuring like crazy, man. Oh dear, that was a really nice stopwatch use there by the Nocturne. He's really low, yeah. One W from Kaiser would actually do the job. But look at the damage from that Seraph onto Kaiser. She was... I mean, look at the health bar, man. Look at the health bar.
How much is like... Like, I didn't pay attention to that. How much damage?
I wasn't paying attention to the damage calculation, but you can see the health bar, right?
Yeah.
It was like around 30 HP left.
Damn. That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, that is a lot of damage with the arcane coming on that Seraph. Oh, we could be seeing a dead Gragas, but it's...
What do you think Bangladesh, I mean the Maldivian team can do
right now?
It's looking pretty
Pray
bad.
for a miracle, man. I've said this a lot of times.
Yeah, man.
All they can do is pray for a miracle to happen.
I really cannot see like an opportunity right now.
And here comes the Nocturne ultimate. Godlike on that Seraph.
What was that echo? Like, I don't think was his ult on cooldown? I think it was.
Yeah, his ult was on cooldown. Remember, he did use it in the bot lane when the side of the Bangladeshi side was actually pushing in. And they do have that triple infernal, so they do have quite a lot of damage. And Kaiser gets that damage onto the Gragas. Why are they focusing? The question is, why are they like hard committing onto the support, man?
I think Gragas right there was out of position, right?
Yeah, he was out of position, but still wasting your ultimates onto a Gragas. And it's not quite right?
I mean, in this case...
Yeah, worst case scenario.
They got nothing which they can do. All what they can do is...
Oh my god, look at the damage on that Narcissus, man.
I swear, I respect this, their top laner.
Yeah,
I guess
props
like,
out to him, man. He's tried so hard, yeah.
Hey, if they just played around their top lane, like, I think...
And Lucian gets caught out as well.
Lucian dies right there.
And a late game Ornn, that's just hard to kill, man.
I mean, I think they're gonna get the kill.
Yeah, they will be able to get the kill. I mean, since there's...
Ornn just getting CC.
Yeah, he's CC to the maximum. You can go for a lot of CC.
Yeah, man. We can just go crowd into 1,000 people.
And look at that Nas is doing.
Yeah, he's doing work. Yo, go get bound right now. What are you guys doing?
Jesus Christ, man.
The 3 people dead. Oh man, but it's so scary to try and even do Baron. And Nocturne's coming up.
So yeah,
he's probably gonna smite it off if they even try. What is going on here, Gragas?
Will he manage to solo kill this support? Yes, he does. The battle of the supports. Gragas comes out on top. Elise might be in trouble, and yeah, he dies. But he just managed to get off his ultimate. Yeah, he was low. He was really low.
Yeah. Alright, so
inhibitors have respawned on the mid lane. And they're getting some vision around. They're getting some vision around the Baron side as well. Try to pressure it off. Make some comebacks. 6k gold lead. That's still quite a lot coming into the late game.
I mean, 6k gold. At this point in the game?
Yeah.
1 minute.
It's not that much.
Man,
Okay,
they just gotta play.
Okay, let's not say it's not that much. Let's go with mild.
Oh, I wouldn't say it's mild.
What would you say it is then? I mean, we had the Nocturne and the
a little
Lucian.
more than mild.
Okay.
I mean, considering the fact that they got 3 Infernals.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, they do have the advantage.
A little more mild.
Yeah, that's more, yeah, okay.
Or we see a teleport which is coming in by Nasus.
Will they commit into this fight?
Yeah,
Because I mean, it is a 4v5. And that is the Seraphal being used as well. Nessus is quite low here. He gets killed by the Serath, and that is the hard engage by the Lucian and the Ornn, and that is the Korra. We might be looking at the end of the game here. They do have the minions. They do have the Baron empowered minions. We could be looking at a game end. That is the ace. Seraph. Well, I mean, that wombo combo work, man.
I was kind of feeling hopeless for it.
Yeah. I mean,
after like third Infernal, I mean, they got a really good start, bro.
They did have a really good start. And GG well played from the from both teams actually. That was really well played by the side of from Red Vipers Gaming. I mean,
and Randomary Esports.
GG, bro. I mean, that's it from us. For now, we'll see you guys after a short commercial break. I'm Snowy and this is Shara signing off for now.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace. All right, what are we supposed to do? Talk about the game right now?
Oh yeah.
Man. So how was that game? I think it was very intense.
It was really intense. I mean, the early game.
Yeah. But like at the end of it, I was kind of feeling like very like, man, like
I was feeling really hopeless for the side of Maldives. I mean, come on, 3 Infernals. It's all the team fights. It's all for the side of.
I kind of felt like the Bangladesh team could have executed the game and ended it a lot more sooner.
Yeah, they could have done that. I mean, we see Papa Hades over here.
Papa Hades.
Papa
Hades. What are you up to? So where did you go? You have been missing.
Yeah, you have been missing in action. Man. I mean, I've been put up with Sherazad. I mean, come on, man.
I mean, I thought I was putting up with you.
It's me putting up with you, man.
I guess we're both putting up against each other.
Okay, yeah, with each other. Fine. I mean, it was quite fun casting with you.
I mean, I enjoyed it, yeah. But
yeah,
like,
okay, let's stick with that.
But like, I started realizing that you're not that fun.
Oh wow, man, that was
much as I thought.
That just broke my heart.
I mean,
that just broke my heart. I'm just Kula. Look at this, man. He just told that I was not fun. How is this going?
He was just not fun at the end of the game, you know, just.
Alright, the cavalry has arrived.
The cavalry has
Light up
arrived.
this shit, boys.